And we're live, live, live.
Actually are.
So, uh, this week is our first week where Ryan will not be joining us. But last week, you all, through a quick conversation with the leaders of the Mysticani, you established a plan for taking down Etchith, the current leader of the Ivory Claw and one of the champions of Tiamat. Having drawn him to his temple, you you began the rite of reconsecration, and in the process of doing so, the temple itself seems to fight back against you. Uh, Etchith and some of his more loyal followers followed him in which he fought you all to the death. Uh, well, at least to his death. And upon dying, his followers, one ran, and the other two gave up their weapons and chose to throw their lot in with Varnex in hopes that their lives would be spared. And thus far, they have been. Um, in After slaying Etchith the first time, he came back for round two, this time as a more demonic version of himself, a white Abishai. And upon defeating the Abishai version of Etchith, the temple itself became susceptible to the reconsecration, and thus, after a second attempt, it was completed successfully. With that, Varnex has already put into place certain elements of the temple in order to make sure that it is as he needs it to be, and is already setting up ways to establish himself here. Has created a minor hierarchy, and after all of that is said and done, the Mysticani now own the Ivory Claw and own the leader. Ailerine also now owns the temple and is maintaining the temple there.
Let's try that. He doesn't own the temple. He is
he's
temple.
Sure. He's maintaining the temple
There you go.
for the true owner, who will be away. Last but not least, it was decided unanimously by the people that were here that as Yotev's family were being transported out and are now on their way not just to the Menagerie Coast, but across the sea to Taldore, that they should need someone to watch over them, and thus Calcifer is on his way alongside Lisbeth, Vincent, and Vanya to watch over them and make sure that they are well protected. With that, all of you are now still in the city of Shady Creek, but your next goal has been laid out in front of you. There is a gold-tiered request that has been offered to you and that you've accepted in order to retroactively pay for the assistance you've gotten in getting Yotev's children freed. You need to go into the Savalier Wood, find the city of Malaismere, and locate the people that were already in Malaismere performing this job of taking goods from the main vault of the castle, or pick up where they failed and complete their task. With that, what is it you guys would like to do?
Well, we left in the morning, correct?
Y'all are still here as of now.
No. We left to go to the temple and do all of that in the morning, correct?
I don't think so. I think it was about 3-ish, if I'm remembering correctly.
Well, okay. I suggest we go back to the inn.
Hmm.
We're gonna get a rest in after I do a little something. And then get a long rest, prepare, and then head out for our adventure in this place. You're
I
muted.
thought Caleb was saying that it's morning time now, as in like. Okay.
Are you getting company to your room?
Say again?
Are you getting company to your room?
No.
Oh.
No. I'm about to shock or basically, Caleb, here's what I'm going to do. When I get back to the room, I'm going to enter prayer for thanks and then ask her to reach out to, God dang it, what is his name? The dwarf. I know he's whatever he is, what he looks like, he's a dwarf.
Aileron.
And inform him of how it really stands and what his role really will be, which is just managing, and they can either choose to do that and become followers of Tiamat or not, but there may be repercussions for not doing it.
Okay.
And then take a long rest and figure out what happens on that, what kind of response I get or whatever. Because that'll close that loop for me there, and for my other one too. And then I need to write down, I need to recap. So I've got one, I got a temple in Shady Creek. Where's the other one? Or do I have two of them? I got one in Zadash.
Hupperdook. No, it's not Zadash. It's Hupperdook, Dad.
It's both.
Oh, JK.
You have 3.
And Zadash.
The likes of Exandria has never seen so many fucking shrines dedicated to Tiamat.
They were there. I've just strengthened and bolstered them.
Yeah, not something you usually see in Exandria, but here we are.
Okay. So that's what I plan to do. You guys can eat, do whatever you need to do. That's administrative stuff that I need to take care of. Or Barnex needs to take care of.
I don't really care what we do. I'm fine with just like going, chilling, and resting.
Yeah, we definitely got to have a long rest. I mean, I've expended every spell slot. Divine Smite cooked.
There was some sort of a fighting thing in the speakeasy, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There was.
You want to go fight?
I'm just saying it's an option.
Yes.
Michael.
What?
I love the smile. Not even looking over at me. Yes, let's go, Michael.
Because he knows I'm glaring at him. That's the face he gets when he knows he's doing something he shouldn't be doing, and he's all giggly about it.
Just almost staring at me.
Shut up.
Just go with it. Just for once, go with it. Be evil.
I am not going to go fight in a pit of people. No, that is not something she would do.
We need to get you converted.
Absolutely not happening. Sorry. Are you gonna go fight, husband?
I didn't
Yes,
say-
Commander. Hi, Commander.
Tell her I
Sorry,
love
what are we
her.
doing?
I said hi,
Okay?
Commander.
What are we doing?
Because you're gonna
Oh.
go fight.
Oh, yes. I'm going to fight.
Killian, you gonna go fight?
Yeah.
If you guys want me to fight, I will fight.
I mean, we want you to want to fight. We don't want you to fight. Does that make sense?
So you don't want me to fight.
We want you to do what you want to do. We're hoping that what your decision is that you want to fight.
I will fight.
Did leveling up restore health or spell slots?
It should not, no.
Okay.
I don't know how many spell slots I used last time, and my character sheet doesn't have them marked.
I marked that we rested at the end of last session, so that might be my fault.
Best?
I think
Yeah, we
Everybody
still got a long
looks
rest.
like they took a
I'm-
long rest.
everybody looks like they long rested because D&D Beyond does that when you import in.
I don't think we did.
Well, I
No,
mean,
is that like
like,
50 something or 30 something?
No, it says Killian and Yotev long
Yeah.
rested in Hex in
Okay.
Foundry.
I specifically asked last week if we were long resting at the end. It was a yes.
Okay.
Then why don't we just go on
Um,
long rest and then go and fight? Literally solve all of our problems.
it's fine. I just didn't know if we wanted to stay and fight or if we wanted to start like immediately going towards.
Well, I need to retcon before the long rest what I just said I needed
Yeah.
to do.
That can be done.
Okay. Either or. I don't care. And no, I'm not going to fight. Unless we figure out how much money's involved in it.
Well, you won't know until you go.
Is this a thing we can do as a group, like as a collective?
No.
There
Versus
are a
decide.
couple of
Just kidding. Sorry about Shady Creek Run.
So there are a couple of different types of fights. There are those that are bare knuckle brawls. There are those that are with weapon, and then there are those that are all out, containing weapons and magic. These are typically one-on-one, but if you could convince someone that, hey, we want to do like a 2v2, then that would also work.
I don't want to go fight. I'll go make money and do fortunes while the boys go fight. That's what I'll do. If they're gonna go fight, that's my plan. Go do the murder, husband.
Wild.
It's okay, I rubbed off on him a lot.
Let me know if you pick up any sound in the background too, please.
I don't know. I don't think Aiden has like a strong desire to do it. He's not opposed, but he doesn't have a reason to want to do it. I was just kind of reminding the group, since we were talking about like it being the evening and Varnex had plans of stuff to do, like other things that could be done during that time. But like I don't care what we do.
Then we'll
Oh.
pretend it's first thing in the morning and we go out on our adventure.
Okay.
Right? We start making our way wherever we're going. I don't remember where.
To the Fight Club.
Are we going to the
To
Fight Club?
no, if you'll want to stick around in town for an extra day to do that, we can do that. But if you're going on the quest, it is into the Sebler Wood.
I vote Quest.
Quest.
Quest. Michael?
It's fine.
Quest. No fighting for you, Fragan.
Oh, that's what you
So, as you all collect your stuff, close out the rooms and or room rather, and begin to head out on your way. You travel along the northern route out of the city and towards the Savalier Wood. That's fun.
Also, stream, I apologize for my crappy view and audio. I am on my phone. No internet at the house. Wonderful. Thanks, Hurricane Helene.
Weird.
Easy there. You okay, bud?
Yep.
All right. As you make your way into the Savalier Wood itself, there is a harsh cutoff where the trees of the forest and the ground of the forest floor quickly transitions from a lush green and vibrant sort of verdant coloration of the leaves to a dark and sickly looking color. It is a perfect line across a section of this forest that you begin to wander into. As you go in, there are these markers that have been placed into the ground that seem to be sort of placed ever so like in different in this sort of a straight line. It zigzags a little bit to go around like a tree trunk or the like, but they sort of snake their way deeper into the forest.
Are they a consistent distance between them?
They are not.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Even if we keep saying uh-oh, he'll get annoyed with us. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Like-
no.
As you travel along, as sort of the final part of this quick explanation of what you're running into, you see the path sort of juts off in two directions. One that continues along the clear greenway, and another that goes deeper into the forest. And at that fork in the road, you spot a older-looking human man. He stands like full up, straight, like very proper posture. He has a sort of dark hair, but is graying on the sides. Long, kind of mostly well kept, but because of weather or travel or both, has gotten a little disheveled. But mostly very prim and proper. He has a white collared shirt that he has very cleanly like pressed and sort of tucked into his pants, and a massive sort of overcoat on top of it all. He carries on him a like sort of in stark contrast to his clothing and demeanor. There is a massive greatsword on his back, as well as a bow and a bundle of arrows attached to his hip. As he sort of stands there, he's staring off into the forest and seems to be like eyeing something in the woods that he seems to notice, but you can't quite tell what it is he's staring at the moment.
Can I try?
It's not.
Hey. Lady B, check your Facebook Messenger for me.
Can I try to figure out what he's looking at? Like what he's looking
Yeah. Make a perception check.
I'll assist with that, so it gets advantage.
for? Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You look into the forest and you don't spot anything initially. And as you sort of go back to look at him in order to track his gaze, you notice that his eyes seem to be firmly locked on a space that you don't see anything at. But as you go back to look at his face, his eyes are giving off like a faint pale blue glow as he's staring. So while you cannot see what it is he's looking at, there is definitely something that he is currently doing that allows him to potentially see something that you cannot.
Farsight.
Can I sneak up on him?
Sure. Roll a stealth check.
I'm pretty good at that. 27.
27? Sure. Go ahead and feel free to move wherever you'd like to.
The answer is no. I'll talk to you. I got it, Dad.
I'm going
Is it not-
to
I got it.
slump down beside him and look lifeless, but have my head turned towards him so that I can see him. And then in his
Okay.
head, he will hear. What are you looking at?
You see that he, particularly, you, Killian, you watch as his, eyes go, like the lights that his eyes are tracking go out, and as he turns, he sort of takes a back step and inadvertently kicks you,
Yeah.
Kenji.
Yeah.
And as he does, he just sort of backs up, grabs the hilt, looking down at you, confused, and looks up and sees all of you riding with your horses and Axebeak and Pegasus. Sort of slowly doesn't remove his hand from the greatsword on his back, but he just sort of calls out and goes, "Is there something that I can help you with?"
Just wondering what their neighbor.
Looks down at you, Kenji, goes, "Is this thing yours?"
I thought it fell off of you. Never seen it before in my life.
And what are you doing with a doll?
Make a deception check, Varnex.
Lady B, you need to do the add. I rolled an 11, so add the thingy thing.
15. He looks down at it, looks up at you. There's like a squint in his eye as if he's trying to read whether that's accurate or not. Goes, "Wait, you know what? Hold on. Let me roll him something.
Uh-oh.
Because he might have information."
Wild magic, he explodes into a fireball.
Christ. Not. This is how I go. Wait, do I have a baby?
Dude.
Oh, I do, yeah. Oh shit! What did you just roll?
Oh, so he does know. Interesting. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh my god.
Don't I get more than that on advantage? Or on deception? It's intimidation.
This was
It is not.
This is not a check
Sorry.
against you.
No,
This
no.
is- yeah. I need. God, this is like playing the fuck, what's it called? Wikipedia race game of like going through the Critical Role wiki and trying to find the name of this person. Alright, I've got there. Need.
At least is some random name like Keith. And so this is David.
Bobo.
Jeff.
That is not Jeff. You cannot fool me.
It'd be real funny if it was, though.
Keith's the ranch house that we have yet to find.
See, here's the problem.
What?
Andy Whitestone.
Is it? It is. Okay. The problem is that this isn't from the campaign. It is from a book that they've published later. But he looks
I'm
down.
Such a nerd.
He looks
Love.
down. Huh?
So it's a book. Is it Tusk Love?
No.
It's an arcane
I don't think they've published that one, and if they have published it, I have no plans of picking that one up.
It's sold out instantaneously.
It,
It probably would.
it likely would. You see, he looks down at you, Kenji, and goes, I'd sort of nudges you away from him and takes a step in, just sort of outside of your reach, just to get away from. Make an insight check, Kenji.
My natural doesn't hit it?
I'm not doing
Oh,
the.
okay. 18.
18. As he steps away, there's like a moment of like. You know how someone, when you can tell when they register something, like they've thought of something, and then immediately like you see like a connection that he makes, and then there's like a moment of like grave concern that crosses his face as he backs away, and he just says,
Does it look like he's gonna hit?
no, he doesn't look like he's gonna hit you. He just sort of takes a step back and goes, somebody must have been on their way into the forest to find the Hollower and left it behind.
Do I know that reference?
I don't know, do you?
Does anybody?
I just didn't know if Kenji would. If
Oh,
it's-
Kenji knows the Hollower.
Right.
I think we established before no one in the party has a reason to have been in this area, right?
I think the
Okay.
only one that was even remotely close was me because it was attached to Faye stuff, but I can't remember.
Okay.
Hmm.
But it was like small.
Well, with all this,
I don't think so.
what's the Hollower?
It was... It's a witch that lives in the forest. She's, been known to create things like this. And she sort of nods. He nods down at Kenji.
Are they
Looks like
valuable?
Are they dangerous?
Mm. Looks around at he's sort of trying to clock who among the people ahead said that and doesn't seem to lock it because the dolls themselves aren't dangerous, no. They
I see.
are
I'll look over at Aiden and kind of give a little nod to confuse him.
okay. So he sort of thinks that it's you, Aiden, who's speaking in his head, because so he sort of talks towards you and says, The dolls themselves aren't dangerous now, but they are. She herself is. Their prices for promises. Certain magics have their toll. Someone must not have liked the price of what they've asked.
Is she the one you are looking for right now?
No, I'm fully aware of where the Hollower is. Azrahari's hut is about a day's travel northeast. Pretty easy to spot if you know where you're looking.
What
It's,
are you looking for right now? Is there danger we should be aware of?
Gives a half smile and just goes, "There's always danger in this Avalier." It's sort of looks up again. It's just trying to track down individuals that have gone into the forest the last couple of days. They're foolish to have gone in search of what they've. Sort of shakes his head, goes, "Whatever they think that they've been promised, but can't seem to pick up a trail. It's concerning."
Are you a bounty hunter?
No.
We didn't hear that though, did we?
I think you're outside of 60 feet.
Yeah, Kinji establishes a connection to a singular person.
Unless
So it
it's
is
the
sort of
group,
him.
I think we agreed for the group. It's like a group call, just to like talk.
Sure.
To but
Sure.
anybody else, I think it has to be. Yeah.
Correct.
She just out loud says no.
Are you an adventurer? Mercenary? Sword for hire?
Many of those things could be labeled true. I mostly am an inhabitant of the woods. Why do you seek a sword for hire?
I'll look over at Killian and be like, "You can get another sword."
I think we're okay in that department.
Can I
Right.
get a perception check of him? Is he-
What are you trying to?
Is he dead? Like, is he a? He's giving me like, if I zoom in on this motherfucker, dude, he's giving me heavy Strahd vibes. What? Jesus Christ! He's huge.
I'm zooming in so that you guys can see him.
I wish I could see.
I can now not face him.
Make. I'd say either an investigation or insight check.
Could I say that during this talk I have unmounted my horse and slowly walked, no
Sure.
hands on weapons to show peace?
Yeah, for sure.
It was a.
Y'all are free to move wherever you'd like.
12 plus 8 for dirty 20.
All right. For Dirty 20, you see him breathing. He definitely is requires breath, or at least if he doesn't require breath, he's reflexively doing so.
Yeah.
Which would be an interesting trait for someone to have. He doesn't. This was an insight check.
Yeah.
He doesn't give off the air of someone who is you've traveled a lot with Killian, who is not necessarily all that alive.
Yeah. It's not the same feeling, I guess.
Yeah, Killian, there's a lot of small things that you picked up over time with Killian that you are not seeing with him. He definitely is breathing, whether he's taught himself to do so in order to fit in or not. It's hard to tell, but he definitely like has these small, like, he's sweating a little bit. He's got small signs of like fatigue from the hike that he did to get to where he is right now. Like, he's definitely, his bodily functions seem to suggest that he is alive.
While you were looking out there, the eye glow thing, magic, just curious.
Magic, of course.
Oh, so you wield magic and a greatsword.
I do. I am not sure who sort of looks back down at Kenji and up at you all. Says, for what purpose do you go into the Savalier today?
We just have a job. We've got some missing workers we're trying to find.
It's an unfortunate tale, but one that happens to be quite common around these parts. Wish you well on your hunt.
Want to come with us?
He looks over at you, Aiden, because not particularly. I have my own hunt that I need to participate on.
Want some
As
help?
I mentioned, there are individuals that have gone into the forest on some foolhardy errand. They refer to themselves as some sort of odd, daring brigade.
I'll just throw my head back and laugh.
Are you familiar with these folks?
The Darrington Brigade?
Perhaps?
I'm familiar.
They might be dead.
They're definitely dumb.
Did we get a description of any of them?
Blue tiefling male, young, early 20s. Golden-haired ranger, also young, in her 20s. A slightly older man, 30s, with a small child. And a sort of scrawny, wizardly type, probably about 18, 19 years old.
Isn't that the same group that we were with at the very start of this campaign?
It is.
It is the exact same group, right?
It is.
The only half orc or half ogre or whatever it is, right?
Died.
Yeah.
Without him, yeah.
They were the murdered. It was awful. It was a tragic event.
I will. It's funny you give such a good description. We do know those adventurers. Tyrion tried to recruit us and put us against that group in a test. We chose not to work with him. But they were.
Well, your lack of confidence in their skills gives me concern.
Well, you can see we're here, and they're lost and needing help again.
It is not necessarily they are lost. It is that the job that they've taken up is one that is ill-advised, not one that should have been handed out in the first place. I speak on behalf of the individuals who do not wish for their job to be completed. It is
That.
The forest here corrupts, both people, plant, and animal alike. Some of the individuals who refuse to leave the Savalier Wood have changed. They become wilder. However, these individuals are not dangerous so long as you do not impede on their lands. This brigade, these young adventurers, were hired in order to go in and find these changed people, clear out a swath of land for one of the families back in Shady Creek. I'm hoping to find and prevent them from completing their task for at least a bloodshed on either side.
But didn't you just say you live here in the woods?
His eyes glow blue again and say, "That I did."
So, you're one of the corrupt individuals.
In a manner of speaking.
What exactly are you?
Goes back to look at you, Aiden, and says, "Someone who's embraced that corruption in order to better safeguard the Savalier. It was my home before it was corrupted, and I would be damned before I see it fall."
Can I sneak on the other side of him? Is he looking down at me?
He's not looking down at you, but he is fully, like, he was facing the forest. He is now fully turned to face you all. So you are, like, you're not in front of him, but you're on the ground. He's not staring down at you, but you are on the ground in front of him. If you were to move, it would be kind of hard to sneak away. You can certainly try, but...
I mean, let's be honest here. Like, I have a pretty good chance of it being possible. But, like, if it doesn't seem feasible, then I don't want to be able to do it, right? Like, that wouldn't make sense. But, like, if I was going slowly and moving to, like, I was looking to go to, like, the tree line to be in the, like, just on the other side of it. But,
I mean, you could just say something to Cassie in her head and she'll grab you.
well, I'm not worried about, like, getting there. I would just, like, if he is going to present a problem, I was thinking of being... If he already thinks that he's talking to Aiden, right? Like, that, to propagate that forward still.
I got it. I got it. Varnex will dismount.
Mhm.
I'll hand the reins. Actually, I won't. I'll just drop the reins to the ground, look at him, in Draconic, say stay. I'll walk over, walk up to Kenji. Do you mind if I can see one of these dolls that's made by this Hollower? Reach down, pick Kenji up, look at him, and then kind of drift over towards the tree line. That's an ugly little booger. Did you say she crafts these? To what ends? What purpose?
They are not willingly created. They are things crafted after a deal, price that is paid.
What purpose do they serve, though? Do they hold a soul or something?
They are
No.
punishment. They hold various things, if I'm to be understand correctly.
In my head, I'll say to Kenji, "You weren't really created here, were you?"
What did you say?
Not actually talking about you. I've seen your origin. Some Hollower can't make you, but he believes.
I don't think I'm from her. Am I? Can I have an internal crisis?
I mean,
I don't know
you're
what to
free
roll
to
for.
have internal crises at any point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because here, from what we
Panic? Who made me?
know of everything of Kenji,
Mhm.
of everything we have learned, what he has shared, this, to me, makes sense. This is where he actually came from, even if the power is been corrupted or something. Like, it's feasible to me. Not that I'm gonna dislike Kenji, because we're friends.
Sure.
We're soul takers and heartbreakers.
Sure.
Yeah. Cue the Elton John song, Shirley, coming soon. Can I, what was the name that he used? Not the Hollower, but there was another name that he used.
Azrahari.
Yeah, it does. Azrahari, can I reflect whilst trying to hold back the fear that I might have just been something created by this Az-Sahari? Can I look for guidance on what I might want to do next? If we could use the Az-Sahari, or if we could get anything from the Az-Sahari that would be useful.
You're wanting to do.
I would like to speak with from where I'm from.
Okay.
Or
And
like
see
look
if
for guidance.
the name Azrahari rings some bell or calls for something.
Yeah, or if there's interest in it to go and see them.
Yeah, make another insight, I suppose.
Even better. 26.
Okay. You turn in, like, you sort of look internally
Flash
for
over the back of my head.
sure, for an answer, or if there's any resonance to the name for Azrahari. And as you do,
Over so the dude doesn't notice that his eyes just roll.
sure. You're sort of searching back further and further into memory, and there are a lot of places where as you hit something, it sort of rolls off. You don't. There's like pockets of memory that are locked away that you are either never knew or it was forcefully removed so that you could not recall. And you go all the way back, and then you hit the beginning of your memory back in the very beginning of all of this campaign of Diastock. You begin to give up and put away hope that this name garners any like relevance to you.
Yeah.
There is a brief flash of recollection in that while you don't, it doesn't ring true to you. You don't know anything about this individual.
Yeah.
There is one person amongst your menagerie that would.
Who's that?
Can I start looking through there?
Communicated any of this to us yet?
No. Can I start looking
Well,
through?
Sort of.
I only have 3. I only have 6 so far. And if I have hands attached to me, do I get some sort of like can I? So I imagine myself when I'm looking back at this, I'm like, it's basically like running down a hallway, like when you're running from something.
Sure.
And you like
Through your
slam
mind
into a
palace,
door.
yes.
Yeah, your memory palace, and you're slamming into doors, and you can usually kind of like get a glimpse, or you're like, it'll be like water, right? You just kind of push through, and you kind of like see that memory, and then you're moving on. But like then there's those doors that you hit, and you just kind of like bounce off of, and you just kind of keep going. Is it possible that I can take a branch of my memory graveyard and dig into any of their memories?
Yeah, you push. I'll keep the 26 for this.
Okay.
You push towards his memory, and it's almost in the analogy of a sort of mind palace. It is sort of like you have your main halls, which contain all of your memories, and then there are wings for the others. And as you go through, you're sort of walking down, and you're pushing forth the name of Azrahari as you're walking through. And eventually you do, you do stumble across, like, on a that sort of
Shelf.
place that
Yeah.
seems. Well, I don't know if we're going with the book on a shelf analogy or the door in a hallway analogy at this point, so I'm kind of getting a little wired crossed. But you find this this memory. In fact, what we'll do, you open up the door. You're literally walking through a mind palace now. It was
Yeah.
figurative, now it's literal.
Yeah. I like this.
You go up and you find along the wall are mirrors. The massive silver rims that go from floor to ceiling, and at the top of the relief is the face of the person, and at the bottom, engraved on a placard, is their name. As you press your hand up and you push the name of Azrahari into it, images begin to form in the mirror. You see a very oddly attractive woman. She looks both significantly older, but also has this strange air of agelessness to her that makes it to where she could be in her 30s, or she could be like pushing 60. And that's only in appearance. She, to tell the truth, it's hard to tell if she has a mortal lifespan. She has a very shocking blue eyes. Her hair is blonde and curled, with these two gray horns that sweep back from her forehead. She is dressed in all black robe with gold, with a gold amulet around her neck with the shape of a face. With that face has needles that are stuck into it, and pierced through the other side. She is a face that is, as the face appears, it is a face that is met with intense fear, and you can feel that emotion radiate from the mirror. Whoever this woman was, Kren was terrified of her. And you just see images of cottage in the woods, old but well maintained. The large, sort of winding path to her front door is adorned with small little markers and trinkets all around the yard, almost as if people have walked up with gifts for her and went as close as they dared to go and dropped it on the ground to flee.
It's like
they
their marker, yeah.
Yeah, some were braver than others and made it very close to the door and have placed it in a almost reverent way in a bowl outside of next to the stoop of her cottage. Others, much more fearful, made it to the edge of the clearing, and from the looks of the way that the item fell, has clearly tossed it into the circle and did not look to see where it landed before they had already turned around to run. And the image shifts once more to be the inside of the cottage. Humble and small, with a massive main room, the fireplace, and a number of these trinkets, ones that she particularly liked, were plucked off of the lawn and placed inside, either on the mantelpiece, which has busts with all these necklaces on them, or antlers that are across the mantle where rings have been placed, and shawls are draped over them almost like a coat rack. But most specifically, and probably the most concerning for one young Kenji, is that along the ceilings and along the walls, the trim, hang marionette dolls. Dozens of them. Lifeless, staring down. Make a perception check. $16?
Yeah.
The mirror, you try to force the mirror to look at them to get a better angle, but it's very clear that this is a memory. This is not something that you can change. And while in here, he was terrified to meet any of their gaze. So he kept his head down and he did what he needed to do. He left. So there is no means of shoving his vision upwards towards them to glean anything else from them, but you know that they are there. You see their little feet dangle at the top of his vision. Feel their eyes on him. The memory fades.
And so this entire time, I would imagine that Kren is usually he he seems kind of scared last time we talked and stuff. And so in the background of just browsing through his memories, I'm flipping through if it's pages that we found or the mirror, we're looking into it, and all you can hear is just blubbering, be no, be don't want to relive that, don't want to look into it. And as I pull away, I'll be nobody likes a crybaby, and I will sew his mouth shut. I will his mouth to be shut, kind of like in Beetlejuice, how his thing goes across, and then I will leave.
Beetlejuice.
Your eyes roll back to the front of your head with this new information.
You're gonna share any of that?
Yeah. How do you spell the name though? The phonetic or with the
Azrahari is spelled A-Z.
Yep.
R-A.
Yep.
H-A-R-I.
Azrahari. Okay. Azrahari is pretty attractive, from what my friends have seen. He was blubbering a lot. It's hard to really dig into the information. He seemed like he was really scared of her. She lives in a cottage in the woods.
So you do know her?
I mean, the people that are with me know her.
Okay.
Or one of them does. I think it's Kren, the one that we killed that was after Yotev. Kind of shot up to him like a lawn dart.
I'll say to the guy that's standing there, by the way, neighbor, been awfully rude. My name's Varnex. Varnex Terraskin. You are?
He nods in your direction, says, my apologies, Varnex. I've been quite rude myself. Lucas Bailey.
Well met, Lucas. Then I'll say over his shoulder to the party, looking at Aiden, think we ought to go check up on this Holloway. Lucas, you could be of aid if you know exactly where the Hollowers, as you say, is. And with that, I'll take Kenji, put him into my shield, and start walking back to my axe peak. Are you so?
I know where she is, yes. I know where her cottage lies. Would not hurt for me to go and ask her if she's found these daring brigaders. See if she has any knowledge of where they may have ended up. She herself is not fond of people trancing through her woods. Perhaps she would be more willing to assist me in finding them if I promised to remove them from her backyard, as it were.
You may want to talk to us as well.
I am concerned as to what that might mean, but every man is owed their secrets. Look over at the rest of you, because if you're ready, I'd be happy to take you there.
In my mind, I'll say to Kenji, you do want to go see her, correct?
There's a lot of dolls. I mean,
maybe you'll get more friends.
that's what I was thinking. I don't know if they're as friendly as I am. I suppose we'll have to find out.
Yeah, we'll follow Lucas.
Yeah.
I assume everybody
No.
else is right. Sorry. I don't mean to just take charge. My bad.
Fine.
I'm running shit mode.
Okay.
He nods and says, very well. Should you all be so inclined, feel free to follow. Did you bring the cart, by the way?
Yeah,
They took it.
We did. Right? Like,
I assume we didn't go without it now.
He would nod to your cart and say, that will slow you down in the Savalier.
Would it
Where
be
can we put it?
on the road?
would it have. Okay, wait. Turn of question. Would that have been something that the group would have told us of, like, we should travel, like, before going into the wood? So that we knew to store it in town before we left?
No, because we don't know how long we're going to be gone. And we've got it set up to where the tent is in it.
Well, the tent doesn't have to be out while we're traveling, so that part.
I know. But people were riding in the tent as we were traveling.
The only person who is really doing that, though, was Yotev, and he's not here.
Wait,
And
did we?
Elizabeth.
One sec. Did we not? Does the cart have the ability to hide whatever in the thing? In the back?
Yeah.
No.
It's
that was a
literally
different
like a
cart than the
flat
they
piece
took.
of wood.
That was the cart that Lisbeth and the
Yes.
kids left on.
Then that's what I was confusing that cart as our cart. So then yes, we probably would have had it unless somebody would have told us not.
That's why I'm asking if it would have been something that would have been brought up, because we probably would have left it in town otherwise. I don't think we would have brought it knowing we would have to leave it somewhere randomly in the woods for someone to steal.
We're gonna get robbed blind if we leave it in town.
But I wasn't here last week to ask important questions like that. So,
Trivial. It doesn't matter. It carries nothing of value to us. We'll kill them. We'll put a GPS tracker in, find them, and take it back. It's like a fun little adventure. Like a
I don't care.
30 minutes.
It's no big deal to me.
I just want to ask Caleb if it's something that would have been explained to us.
They wouldn't have brought it up unless you guys mentioned that, yeah, we're bringing a cart with us, in which case they would have said something. Effectively, anyone who's familiar with the Savalier would be capable of telling you, like, oh yeah, that place is, like, roots are knotted. It is a mess of vines and overgrowth. Like, it is not a place where carts go.
Then can we teeny tiny retcon that we left it in town somewhere we could have retrieved it back when we go back through later?
Who would like to have done that?
I volunteer myself.
Roll a d20 for me.
I'll roll my new d20. I got a 15.
Okay. Noted.
So no card.
Card is in town.
Great.
Lucas will begin to.
That means Yotev is on my horse. Killian's horse. Yeah, he's with Killian. That's what we did before we had the cart.
Wherever I move, just assume that Barnex moves with me. If he's on me.
The other way around.
Well, I'm the one who has the ability to move, unless you would like to try to do that on your phone.
Oh.
That's why I was saying, if I move there, just like if Lady Brittany's doing other things, right? Then just assume that you're moving with me, unless you say otherwise.
You should have the ability to control. Not Buckbeak.
No, is the answer.
Buckbeak?
I can move everything except the bug.
Yep, hold on. Let's try now.
Ah! I
Okay.
can move things.
Alright.
Are we going this way? Is this the way we're going? Oh, I see. The map continues. I was zoomed in a heck of a lot. Can I... How tall are the trees?
They range pretty dramatically, the tallest of which are about 45 to 50 feet.
Can I fly above the group?
Sure.
Above the trees? Instead of down on the ground? Michael, you can highlight both of them and it will move them together. There you go.
I'd like to have my echo manifested. Because he said this is a dangerous area, or he's hinting at that earlier. So and he's just going to be kind of like hand on the side of the horse, just because he's considered an object, right? I'll consider him attached to the horse and pretend like he's just running to the side of the horse the entire time.
Yeah, all of a sudden you have a twin, and Lucas won't question it at all.
Are we we're following him through the woods? That's what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's our marching order? Can we determine that while...
Question. Feel free to organize yourself in that.
Continue much farther.
Um,
I assume if Dad's in the front, then Killian's in the back.
Yeah, I'll hold up the rear
I'll
with
be in-
Yosef.
Genji.
Okay.
She's in the middle.
So then I am above you in the middle.
I'm
Michael?
going to stay near the front. Just to kind of try to see, like, just using my kind of normal tracking and see if he's trying to, like, do anything weird with us, like leading us astray or...
Yeah, roll a
Down
survival
there.
check. Great point.
10 on the die, I believe it's a 17.
That sounds right.
Would I be able to assist him from my view from behind the whole party to kind of
Sure,
to give
yeah.
him advantage, but that way I can see like from behind what we're all seeing, the bigger picture.
Oh, I've got the above air one too.
Advantage roll was worse, so a 17.
Okay. You are watching as he travels, and he seems to very much know the path, but he keeps looking around. He seems not distracted, but on alert as he travels through. And as he begins to push on a little bit further, you recognize why. As he gets a little deeper in, and one of the trees, a limb comes crashing down towards him. Let me.
I'm above the trees. I am safe from the trees.
That is a bold statement. If everyone could please, roll initiative.
Yay! I'll roll for father. What was the thing I was supposed to take to be able to change my initiative?
Alert.
I took the sniper thing because I was stressed out and we were on low time.
Close up is fine. Alert just gives you better initiative. You can switch it with somebody else before the combat starts.
All right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 party members.
Is that everybody?
Yep.
What about him?
Yeah. He is fighting, ain't he? He rolled well.
Dad, you get to go first.
Yes. The Varnex Terra Scale is up first.
There's 4 giant trees we get to fight.
I-
I'm just
well,
gonna.
okay. So I'm cheating. I've got it. I'm a little delayed, but I got it pulled up on the phone.
Great.
Mentally, I'll say to Kenji, which one you want to go for first? One to the left, one ahead.
Leftward.
Left?
Yeah.
How far is that?
About 30 feet, 35, depending on where you're measuring from. From you, it's 30 feet away from you.
All right, we will ride Axe Beak on up. Man, I really should have taken that mounted fighting feat.
And
Uh,
then Gillian comes with Dad, right?
Oh, by the way, you need to act
And
like
she comes with Dad, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you
sorry.
need to act like a mount the entire time because I took the mounted
I can leave you on Axe Beak.
Yes.
combat.
He didn't actually, Dad.
No, well, man, Axe Beak's gonna get attacked because I'm gonna tell it to attack too. He'll run up. I'll hop off. That'll take an action though, wouldn't it?
No, it's half your speed.
It's half my speed.
Yep.
So you have 10 left.
Hang on.
So- No, because he didn't take speed.
I'm trying to think how I can do this. So, okay, I know what I'm going to do. As Axe Beak is moving up 15 feet from it, I will grasp my amulet, and because Kenji is on me, I will use my wings, leap forward with my wings from the amulet. Axe Beak can continue, and then I will engage on foot. Is that
Move you there. Kenji, you are with him, so you are there. That works.
okay? I will go ahead and swing at said tree with the katana.
Uh-huh.
Top wood now.
I got a natural 19. It's the new katana, so it's a +1. So that is 20 without any of my extras. That's a dirty 20. I think my
Done.
strength modifier is a 5. Lady B.
Yes. Plus
That's-
your... Yeah, 26 hits.
Okay.
No, 28 hits.
All right. 1d10 for damage, correct?
Yes. Plus your strength, +1.
12 points of damage.
All right.
That's attack number 1. Attack number 2. That was an 18.
Hits.
That hits as well. That will be 11 points of damage.
All right.
So do you want me to roll for Axe Beak? Because he gets a bite and 2 claws, right?
No.
Or is
Your
he
axe beak.
Oh, I
He has a single beak attack, which is a +4 to hit.
All right. And I assume we're going to keep that with my initiative, or you want it to roll initiative?
Yeah, no, it'll stay on your initiative to keep it clean.
Okay. I didn't want to assume. I was just asking. So it's +4 to hit on a bite. He got a 12 plus 4. That's a 16.
16 hits.
And what's his damage dice?
It's a D8 plus 2.
D8 plus 2. He got a 6 plus 2 and 8 points of damage.
8
So
points of damage. And it's less a bite since it is an axe beak. He doesn't open his mouth. He just uses his head as a swing, and it chops through and does slicing on the taking out a chunk of bark with his attack.
Okay. So next question, because I don't know. I didn't even do it last combat.
Mhm.
So on the thing with the sword, I get a sap. Is that correct?
Yes. So with the new long sword, the next attack has disadvantage.
We did use it. Yes.
Yes.
That's why you couldn't ever hit me anymore.
Yeah, that's why I had to use reckless to make it neutral.
Yeah.
Which meant you all had advantage, which you already did because you were flanking, so it didn't matter.
Then my turn is done.
All right. We go on to Mr. Bailey. He will. Handicap.
That he might have been a little freaked out that he just saw a dude fly. I mean, wings just pop out.
You know, it's not normal. He's going to. He takes the greatsword off of his back, and as he holds it out to his side, flames from the hilt raise up and engulf the entire sword. And as he holds it in 2 hands, he's gonna go ahead and go for a melee attack. Where is that on this sheet? When you guys do like your attacks, where's that located on your sheet?
That's what I was trying to figure out on Dad's sheet. Could not figure it out. So.
Like when
Yeah, I just look at my D&D Beyond sheet.
Same. For real?
Ah, there it is. Got it. Attack. He will. Up to here.
Oh.
You need to not.
I didn't need to.
Alright. Well. Damn. Double 3s. That sucks. Every time I have a dude come in to do something cool. Alright. He will do that and. Up here. Go to the first blight. You're going to see. Keep forgetting which one's the. What's the one for moving in this in a Foundry? Keep getting it mixed up with Control.
Control, click, and drag.
If you're on the ruler, it can control multiple things, but if you're just asking for you have to hit space.
There you go. He's gonna move forward. He's going to. $25 at best. Gonna dash to get here. A little underwhelming. Fine. Killian, it's your turn.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is cast Fairy Fire. It's a 20-foot radius cube. Or sorry,
Okay.
20-foot cube. I imagine I'd be able to get these two both, right?
For sure.
Alright, so I'm not even going to draw it. I'm just going to cast Fairy Fire, and they have to make a Dex 15 save.
Oh, you know, they're just so good. That's a success, actually. Damn. The trees bend over backwards.
I'm going to Fortune's Grace on this one save. He's got to reroll.
Okay.
Alright.
They can roll great. Lucas, nah, double 3.
Alright, that upsets me that I wasted that then. So I'm going to move up 30 feet. Echo's going to move 30 feet. Bonus action, I will go ahead and activate the Extempore Executioner.
Okay.
It's a 4, which is acid. 1d6 acid damage plus con save of DC 13, or their armor class is reduced by 1d4.
Okay.
So I will go ahead and action surge.
All
That
right.
way I can actually go ahead and start to do some attacks here.
Damage.
Dumb all.
And I'll take my first swing at this tree blight right next to me. That is a 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
2d6 plus 6 is 16 plus a, what did I say, 1d6 acid.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 acid.
So 16 plus 3, right?
Yes. And it has to make a Constitution 13 save. Or it gets minus 1d4.
All right. Roll a d4.
That is a 1. So its armor class goes down by 1 for
Okay.
extra attack.
Updated.
Is an 18 to hit.
Hits.
Roll 14 plus 5 acid, so another 19.
All right.
So this one activated. Gotta make sure I have this accounted for. Unleash Incarnation from Echoes. 21 to hit.
Hits.
8 plus 6, 14 plus 6 acid.
So 20. Got it.
That's everything. That's full movement. That's bonus action, action surge, everything you can use.
Sick. Kenji. Yotev on deck.
I would like to strike this tree 2 times.
All right. Roll to strike.
9 and a natural 20.
Okay.
So 9 will be, I think it's still a hit, because that's like plus 9, so 18. Unless
Hits.
they bend over backwards. Oh, okay, cool. So that's 1d8 plus, no, 1. So 6 for the first one. 5. Oh wait, no, that would have been 7. 5 and 6 for 11. 14, so that would have been 18.
Okay.
Plus another
So-
5 for 23.
So 23 total.
Yes. Yeah. So 2 dice for the thing plus 6, and then the 1 plus 6 plus 7. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just get a free action, and I will hit him again.
All right.
16 plus 9.
Hits.
Okay, so an 8 plus 6 for 14 extra points of damage.
Got it.
Of force damage, not bludgeoning. I think I get to
Got it.
choose.
Yes.
Cool. Then yeah, force.
Sick. Yotev.
Timeout.
Mhm.
I have internet back.
Oh, sick.
Then get your stuff together.
Well, I'm on Foundry. Do you want me to switch Discord, or do you want me to wait till break?
Wait till break.
It won't matter. Like if you just go and click and like to join on your computer, and then you share the camera, it'll literally just replace it.
Okay.
Like it does it pretty quick. Yeah, there you go. You're good. Easy.
Okay, good. All right, let me get my headphones.
All right. Yotev?
Yotev.
I'm trying to organize everything I'm doing with this guy 'cause it's all new.
Do you
Sure.
want
Alright.
help?
No, I'm trying to combo things, you know? Hunter's Mark is only for weapon attack, and armor counts as a weapon attack, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so he will Hunter's Mark this tree blight right there.
Okay.
And let's see.
Hunter's Mark is an attack roll.
Well, it's any attack roll, so even if you did like a magical attack?
Yeah.
Oh, that changes things. Okay. Because on the sheet it just said weapon attack.
That's something that changed. Mine says on attack roll.
Yeah, that's old Hunter's Mark versus new. I haven't gone in and put in homebrew stuff for Artificer yet.
So he would be able to attack at range without having to be up close to them.
Yeah, any attack roll that he makes.
Okay, because I would not want to be up close to him. I would want to be, say, up here. Can I retcon that since I just learned that? Okay.
Sure.
And then he's already used Hunter's Mark, which is a spell, but I can cantrip Firebolt.
Yeah, that works.
So I'm going to cast Firebolt on the one next to our new friend. Okay. Make sure everything's right. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. So that would be 17, and what do I add to this? He's got
On
attack plus 9. Okay, so 26 to hit.
For sure hits. And that's
I do it for
2d10
this-
plus 1d6.
D10. Uh, 17 plus
Plus.
You said it was plus something, or was it just a 2d10?
2d10 plus a d6 for Hunter's Mark.
There's Mark. That's what it was. Thank you. Plus 2. So 19 total.
All right.
I don't know if fire damage does any more to these because they're trees, but
You would think, but no.
yeah. So
This
he
ain't Pokemon,
used.
folks. This ain't no Pokemans.
So that's action, bonus action, movement. I don't think he has any other stuff.
Cassandra.
Okay, clarifying question for my life.
Uh-huh.
It's been a minute since I've tried to do it. If I do haste takes concentration, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I, this turn, twin spell haste, can I also twin spell Witch Bolt but not choose to do the concentration? Because the concentration is that Witch Bolt can hit over and over. Can I choose just to like cast the spell but not hold the spell so I continue having concentration on haste? Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I don't remember what we ruled on it.
Because it's been a long time since I've tried to do that, and I cannot remember the answer.
It's
Like,
still
I know I can't have
cast.
fairy fire
I
and
don't
haste
think
stuff.
you're supposed to be able to.
No. It's because it's still casting a concentration spell. It's just casting a concentration spell and immediately dropping concentration.
Because, like, basically you're concentrating to create the tether between you, which lets you deal the initial damage, and then you're dropping it.
I also have a point of order I want to ask too.
Sure.
Kenji, when you're fighting,
I need you to go.
oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. Is my mic not? Do I have the wrong mic going or something?
No, you're good.
It just seems low.
It's better now. There's distance.
Yeah.
So, dumb question. When you're fighting and I've had you in my shield, do you get off or are you fighting from me?
Is it possible to fight from him? Otherwise, I would have gotten off.
You would need to get off.
Okay.
Then yeah.
That's fine. I was just asking because of my new ability with my sword of the teleporting 30 feet.
Oh yeah.
Would he
If
get to
I
come with
wasn't-
me?
Yeah. If I wasn't fighting, could I come with him?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately
Then I
not,
just-
no.
I just
Even if
dropped.
he's riding me?
Even if he's barebacking Varnax.
Oh,
correct.
god dang it.
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
Even if you're riding bareback, it will not work.
No. Can you just say the? You know what? Never mind. I'll just go back to the lot. That'll make it work.
Of course. Go for it. I stand by what I said.
He's
I know
not
you-
raw dogging me, okay? All right.
Incredible.
I don't know what you guys get up to in that tent.
Do you
Yes,
want
you
us to
do.
Subscribe to you?
No, I don't. And no, I certainly don't.
I hate it here.
Has this conversation bought enough time, Lady B?
For those not aware, the old man is my father. rest of
The old man? What the fuck? Why do I gotta get called an old man? And actually, the dad of the group is Caleb. Dad. What's up, Dad?
That is biologically impossible.
What up?
And also really upsetting. From like a
You literally did this to yourself.
power dynamic standpoint, really upsetting. Anyway, what would you like to do, Cassandra?
I'm sorry.
I'll twin cast haste.
Okay. On.
Carnage and kill.
Alright. Both of your ACs go up by 2. Any dex saves you make go up by 2. You have an extra 30. Your movement speed is doubled, and you have a third, a hasted action which can be used to do object interaction, or a single attack, or a dash or thumbs. Yeah, dodge makes sense. Or disengage. Dash, dodge, disengage, and something like that. Anyway,
Yep,
You're
step
buffed.
5. dash, dodge, dip.
All right. All right.
5
We
D's of
go
dodgeball.
to which tree? Far tree. Far tree. It's going to
Lumber. It's gonna lumber.
It's going dash. Closer tree. It's gonna move down 1. It's gonna do its first attack on Lucas, which is going to be a branch attack. Which will hit. And do 18 points of damage. And then his second attack is going to be a grasping root attack. Which it's moved down, meaning Yotev is within 15 feet. So it's going to be at Yotev. It's a 22 hit Yotev?
Yes, he's at 21.
Sick. So that's only 7 points of damage. However, Yotev is grappled. And he takes this damage at the start of each of his turns. And as a part of that grapple, he's going to drag Yotev closer. And as a bonus action, it can take a bite attack on a creature that is grappled by it. So he's gonna go and try to bite. Do I not need to roll a hit? Why do you not roll a hit? I do need to roll.
It says you have to. It says
Yeah.
roll +9 to hit.
Don't know why it doesn't have that, but that misses.
Wow, with a +9, you rolled a 1.
That one.
Yep.
So does it break a
Uh,
limb because of that? Snag a
some
root?
of its the barky teeth that this thing has just sort of chips as it slams into the armor casing that is Yotev. That's their turns. Can you roll a Constitution saving throw for me for Yotev?
So that is a 16.
Okay. He maintains concentration. Aiden, it is your turn.
Alright.
The trees have eyes.
Oh boy.
I will.
Start of forest fire.
No,
I almost took Wall of Fire.
I saw that fire very much.
It didn't do reduced damage. It just didn't do super ultra mega extra damage.
No, I'm gonna dismount and run over to this one.
Right? Clops himself away.
And I am going to Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark, this guy. Hunter. +9 to hit, so 21.
Hits.
Okay, that would be attack is a 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
Okay.
Just how much damage? I'm sorry.
The first one
15 or
was
16?
16.
16. Okay.
Second one is going to be 15. And then
Right, 15 points of damage.
with the Nick property of the scimitar, I'll make the extra attack.
God, that is so good.
24 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
I'm going to use Scattering Swarm on this last one to do an extra d6. So it will be 12 points of damage. And that will be my turn.
I think Nick is probably the best of all of them. That's really good.
I think Grace
Alright.
is interesting sometimes.
We have this last blight. He has been hit a lot, but he's gonna start by doing a branch attack on Varnex, which is a natural 1. Sick. And he'll do a grasping root on. I'm gonna be mean. He's gonna do a grasping root on the Axebeak, which is only a 12. What's the Axebeak's AC? AC is 11. Remind me, does the Axebeak have barding? It does not, right?
Have what?
Barding.
Why did I put my head to my barding? Oh, no, armor. No, we don't. We haven't put armor on.
So that's 9 points of damage to the Axebeak.
And I don't know if you gave me any stat sheets on this. You probably did. I don't have it. I'll
It
write
is in the party. Third from the top.
Oh yeah.
I will need to
Man.
update this as well. But he is grappled. And you know what that means. We're gonna get a little nibble.
On the Axebeak?
Oh yeah. That's a hit. Your Axebeak poofs into smoke. The tree attempts to eat a nice juicy chicken leg and comes back with nothing. Angry and frustrated, we go to the top of the round, where we will start with Varnex after a quick break, as it is 7:55.
You mean 8:55
Maybe where you're at.
on real time?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh, we're not having this conversation. We're gonna go on break. 5 minutes. We're gonna take
Bye.
a short
Hey, don't dictate how long I get. Okay, I might need 10.
We
Hey,
can
Caleb.
just take 15.
damn it.
Next session, we don't need to play live.
That was harsh.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Listen, I'm
it's-
aware that the number is like us having it open on a second monitor. I'm not delusional. At any
Yeah, but
rate,
you're not supposed to just come out and say your viewership
You're right,
tanked
you're right.
because
I'm bad. I'll sugarcoat it from now on
that's
for sure.
That's worse than TPK. I mean,
No, it's not.
I feel like we all deserve inspiration for that.
I've already got inspirations. I don't need to shit.
If
Actually-
anyone deserves inspiration, it's the guy who I insulted, and I would rather fucking die than give it to that man.
Don't worry. Wednesday, you will, my guy.
Uh-huh. Hey, I'm about to do that to
Whiskerfish is
myself.
about to come out,
so-
and you don't know what that means. Yeah.
I'm
Okay, so anyway,
Okay.
this session we're in combat.
Yeah, let's go ahead and kill you.
come
Let's go.
on. We're having fun here. You always take away from our joy.
Now you know how I feel every day of my life.
Wow.
Like you got to clarify. The best of my dad.
Yo, Michael's sitting
Old
right
man
there.
is
That's
my
messed up.
dad.
it's fucked up, yeah.
No, my husband is great. You see him?
Except for every
So anyway.
He's more gangster than any of us. Okay, he's got that thug life down.
I don't have a
What?
Michael, please control your thug life.
There's no hoods nearby.
Whose fucking turn is it?
Vardax, you are up, my friend.
All right. Okay. Now I'm hasted, so I get 3 attacks this time. Yay! All right.
That you do.
We are gonna. How's this tree looking? How much bark is still on it? How the limbs?
A lot of
Yeah.
bark has been carved away, and
Okay.
also he murdered your pet. So I don't know if that
Yeah, I'm
adds
really
any
pissed
fury
about
to
that.
it. Yeah, for sure.
Really, really pissed. So I'm gonna hack it to some bitch.
All right, hack of the song,
And-
bitch.
We got. $16.
16 hits.
All right, and because we're pissed, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna expend that bad boy. We're gonna do a searing smite on this sumbitch, not divine smite. We're gonna burn the
Okay.
fuck out of this tree because
Fuck yeah.
I'm guessing that fire it's not good. So I got a 1d10 plus my strength for regular.
Mm-hmm. +1.
What is she laughing about?
It's fine.
You're fine. Continue.
13 points of regular damage.
Okay.
And because I did it at second level, that's 2d6 of fire, correct? Yep.
Yeah. Takes an extra 2d6 fire at the start of each of its turns until the spell end and makes it. Target takes a d6 and makes a con. Okay, cool.
So 2d6 fire damage, correct? With a con save there.
The con save will be on its turn, so it doesn't get to succeed. It happens, and then on its turn, it can try to turn it off.
11 points of fire damage. Now, do I get any bonus? Because that's the straight dice. Do I get any
It
bonus?
does not.
Okay. There's no spell stuff or nothing.
No.
So that's attack 1.
Let's see if there's a good. Is there a good fire one? Or like, I'm being burnt.
Ah.
Help! I have been lit on
If you burrow a ring that's close to burning.
I mean,
I thought
that's
there
just a
was
shovel.
Did it like that?
I mean, I don't know many people that enjoy being caught on fire, so I'm gonna go with no.
Okay.
Like,
I'm
you
gonna
think
do
that if it hit it,
paralyzed,
and
just
it
because it
says,
kind of looks like
puppy?"
flames.
You think it's just
All right.
crying out in joy?
Here's
Hi, puppy! You think, well, I don't know, like, what do you think this thing's doing?
Here's. But I didn't know if the branches flailed back from the flames, or it went like this, like, oh, I like it.
Hi, puppy. Whatever you take that as.
Michael,
Come in,
stop
Fuego.
leaning forward.
Why?
I mean, see,
Because when you lean forward, you're
Really-
going forward, it goes
we have a
away.
really
right, here's tag
incredible
number 2.
hairline framed photo.
Trying to see what goes on in that brain.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes Lady Brittany say, Michael, please.
Does a 15 hit?
15 just hits.
Okay. All right. We're just gonna do normal. It's already on fire.
Can I try a perception check to see if the tree likes getting hit?
So it would be an insight and no.
Oh, damn.
That's 12 points of damage. 12 more.
Yep.
And then hasted attack.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Big number. Big number. God dang it. 16 hits.
Yep.
And that's just a regular attack. We're not going to do another Searing Smite or a Divine Smite or anything on it. Reroll that. Come here. 11 points of damage.
All right, for 11.
How's it
Well
look now?
done. There are more slashes in its bark, you know,
And it's on fire.
and it's on fire. All right,
Possibly
we go
enjoying it.
to Lucas. All right, Lucas, buddy, don't embarrass me like last time. Come on.
1,000%.
If he misses,
There we
I'm hitting
go.
him.
Fuck yeah, 2 hits. So that is 15, 16, and he gets to add, how much was the fire? D6. That's 2d6. For an extra 6. That's 31 plus 6 is 37 points of damage.
Come on, son. Do some work.
That's your son.
Then do we want to do it? No. Yeah, it's fine. Like that will be his turn. I don't want to use that yet. We go to the tree in front of Killian. Killian, that is a 15 to hit, which misses.
Can I ask a question regarding this tree's attacks?
Okay.
Would it be wise enough to know to hit me or the gecko?
I doubt it. It is a tree. It is not.
the tree.
It's not the smartest creature. Let's do a grasping root. It's a 20 hit.
No, because my AC is 19 plus 2 because of haste.
So you, the branch comes slamming down, and as it does, there's a root that attempts to grab you as your foot lands. You sort of go back to dodge. Your foot lands, and a root comes up to grab, and it gets barely over your boot before you just tear it out and take a chunk of the root with you. That is its action. Killian, it's your turn.
I don't like the shit I was doing, so... first off, I'm mad as fuck that it captured my friend Yotzev, so I'm gonna rage this action.
All right.
That's the wrong character. Hold on. Nope, it's not letting me zoom. Okay, how did I want to do this? I forgot. I planned it out in my head and I just blanked out. So I'm gonna go in between both of these guys here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to attack the tree to the south recklessly. Will get advantage. That is a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
16 plus 2 acid plus 2 rage, so 20.
20 damage. Nice hit.
Extra attack. I'm going to attack the tree to the north, and that's still reckless. That is a natural 20.
Fuck yeah.
So there's a lot of dice rolled. 9, 8, 17 plus 6 is 23 plus 2 is 25. And 3 acid damage.
28.
And it has to make a con save. Con save DC 13.
That's
No,
a fail.
Its armor is reduced by 3, and that's the one to the north. For the next 24 hours. Is it 24 hours? For the next hour, sorry. But we'll be done with that anyway. So that was. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Extra attack. Unleash Incarnation, which means it comes from the Echo to the one on the south. That is a 27 to hit.
Hits.
Also, the one on the north, since I crit on it, Crusher Feet, it's everything has advantage against it until my next turn.
Sick.
So for it's 11 plus 6 is 17, plus 2 for rage is 19, plus 6 acid, so 25.
Crazy. Okay.
Hasted attack.
Yep.
Gonna keep going for one in the south to try to kill it off.
Okay.
That is a 22 to hit.
For sure hits.
16 plus 2 is 18 plus 2 acid, so 20 damage.
Okay.
Bonus action, hasted action. I moved my character I wanted to move. I am good.
All right. Kenji.
I'm going to attack. Which one looks really fucked up?
They're all trees.
That's not the question that I answered. Usually,
Right.
I like what one has the most.
None of them are
fuckery
bleeding.
None of them are bleeding. You mean there's no sap coming out of them?
Yeah.
They're trees.
You cut into a live tree,
Did
there's
we
gonna be
replace-
sap.
Did we replace Caleb with a fucking NPC?
That shit look like it's alive?
Yes. They have a fucking mouth.
It's a tree.
It's a
Go
tree.
for it.
Good for it.
Just shout at
That's, they should have been scared of it if somebody pull out an axe. Ah!
25 and dirty 20.
Michael.
10. Another 10 for 20. Extra attack. 15 hit. 28 points of damage.
All right.
48
One tree has
total,
been
right?
down.
That's all I got.
Hang on. Do I have to do this on my turn, or do I do it now? When a hostile creature within... God dang it. When a hostile creature... don't disappear on me. When a hostile creature within 5 feet of you dies, you can use your reaction to teleport up to 30 feet towards a different hostile creature. Can I do that
So
now?
it can happen at any point when that happens. You can use your reaction to do it then. So you could do it right now.
I'm gonna do that right now.
All right, go for it.
Let me get back to where I can move. How do I click? I
I
want to
don't know if
move.
you know this far next, but those are trees.
In
Are
the
those trees?
meantime,
No, I want to go. I want to go up. Oh, right. Up one more.
What's
The full
happening?
30. There you go.
That's 35.
From where I was at.
Yeah, you were here.
Okay, then go down one. Whatever.
Yotev, it is your turn.
Put me down one.
That's
There you go.
why I put it there.
Remember that north tree still has advantage against it until the beginning of my next turn.
Correct.
Yeah, we're gonna Misty Step out of this grapple. Do I take? You said I take damage at the beginning of the turn, or Yotev does?
Yes. Let me reopen what that does. Until the grapple ends, the target takes a d6 plus 6 bludgeoning at the start of each of its turns. So let me do 1d6 plus 6. It's 12 points of damage to Yotev. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Natural 16.
Okay. And then you are free to Misty Step.
All right, he's gonna Misty Step over here. You use that because that one is not free. And then, since that's a spell, I'm just going to straight attack with advantage on this tree that he's got.
Oh, yeah?
That's the gauntlets.
Correct.
Make sure I'm reading this right. So that is a plus 8 to his hit. So 27.
Hit.
And that's what, 1d8 plus 5 plus a d6, right?
Correct.
$15 damage.
All right.
Does he only have a single attack with melee?
He has 2.
Again. 22 to hit.
Hits.
About 11 damage.
All right. 11 points of damage.
Next action. I'm just gonna stay there to keep to make. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Everybody has advantage on it, right? Just have Kenji stay, or Yotev stay there.
All right. Cassandra.
How bad is it if I drop concentration?
So bad. I
Go for
mean,
it.
We're out for a turn.
yeah, for Snooki though, it's great.
Great.
He would love that if you just had. You know what? It fits Cassandra perfectly. You should definitely drop it.
Okay,
Hey, do whatever you
just-
want to do.
Just to clarify,
You do you. Snooki just licking his lips.
Girl,
if I
snap.
do, oh sorry. Okay. So just to clarify, this does not hit Killian or Aiden, and hits all 3 trees. Correct?
What?
Don't ruin my thing. Just you have to. Caleb knows what I'm doing. He knows what I'm doing. I have 5 feet of wiggle room, but I believe this hits all 3.
You don't need it 60 feet.
Yeah, no, that's not what it says.
I'm only impressed if it's done with a quill.
It is 60 feet.
So you can use the action. You can use the magic action on later turns to do
I'm
that.
fully aware that it is a later turn.
Okay.
I am asking
is-
if, before I make the decision of doing that,
Mm-hmm.
like, my understanding is it would do all 3, correct? Without hurting Killian or Aiden.
You could angle it in such a way that you would avoid that.
Okay, so I could do it without harming. Great. So how bad is Stroke?
It's so dropping haste. Here's the pros and cons of dropping haste. If you drop it, you're potentially taking away 100 points of damage.
What do you mean?
That's the third attack that Killian and I both get. So even if we don't crit, he's been doing 20 to 30 points of damage along with what I've been doing per hit. So you take away 2 of those hits. So
It also makes you get skip your axe.
Yep. We can't move or take any actions, and our AC will
Oh.
drop by 2.
yeah. You do whatever. I'm just saying that's the
Okay, how
if you want
does
to do something cool, go ahead and do it.
I wanted to do it because it's a new way that the spell works, and I'm
Then
excited
do
about
it.
it. And Michael didn't do it last week.
Then
No,
do
it's
it.
okay.
Do it.
No. Can I twin spell more than one spell at a time?
What do you mean?
As long as it's
I
not
currently
double
have twin
concentration.
spelled haste. Can I twin spell something else?
Yeah.
Okay. Then
As long as it meets the requirement of twinned. Yes.
I believe it does. We're confident. The wrathful and psychic glance thingy only targets one thing, right?
It's not a- Have a good day.
You sure it's not that much?
It's silly, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's silly.
Well, I haven't cast that spell yet. And it's never used.
Yeah, it's a single target.
Great. Can I use the rest of my sorcery points to twin spell? And can I hit the same tree twice if I twin spell it?
I don't think so now.
It has to
Pretty
be
sure-
2 different targets, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
I want to hit the one by Aiden,
Okay.
and then this.
This one. Okay.
Yeah. Do you need me to post it here? Because I think you just make a save.
Yeah, it's an intelligence saving throw. What's your DC?
Wait! As a bonus action, I want to do my new sorcery thingy to give it a +1. The innate sorcery.
Okay.
So hold while I have it calculate how much my new stuff is. My spell dates C is 18.
Okay. They are dumb.
Excellent.
So with an intelligence saving throw, they have a total of -2, meaning they require a natural 20. There's a 1 in 5 chance either of them will succeed. So this is the first.
Yeah,
That's a
great.
6. And a 6. So go ahead and roll damage.
And it's 76. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What did you cast?
18, 19, 20, 21,
Psychic Lance.
22,
Okay.
23, 24, 25?
25 points of damage. This
Okay.
one, fucking dead. The other one takes 25.
And it's all sorts of messed stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tree.
No, but like,
No, it does a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if you
Here,
guys
I'll
know
post
this or
it
not,
for
but
everybody.
It is incapacitated until the start of Cassandra's next turn. Meaning that It cannot take actions, bonus actions, or reactions. If it was concentrating on something, it would be broken. If it could talk, then it would
Stutter.
not be able to speak. But it just cannot take a turn this next round.
There you go. So you can read it.
All right. So that was anything else on your turn? Movement or bonus? Or you already used your bonus action. So movement.
I used my bonus action to do the new sorcery thing. Which I think is just there for like the rest of combat, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. Whenever we ever have better combat.
Just out of curiosity, did people just see a full fucking ass lance come out of your forehead? Of shimmering light.
What did the psychic lens look like? Fun.
Yeah, but like what does this look like coming out of your forehead?
Does that have to
No.
Are you gonna have it
can
come out of
make
your
it look
ass? 'Cause
however
that
you
would be
want.
funny as hell too.
I just need to
Or
understand what
psychic
I
lance comes
potentially
out of her ass.
see.
I don't know.
He flutters around and farts on him.
I don't know what
I-
I did to draw this ire, but okay. Hop on.
I love you. Can I have it just be I pulled out a card and threw 2 cards at them?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Gambit, come on.
Yeah.
Now
almost
the next
all of
we're gonna get
my
a New
stuff
Orleans
is out
accent.
of my tarot cards.
So this one can do nothing. The other one
I
Nice.
murdered.
is going to. I'm gonna roll a d4 for who it goes to. 1 Yotev, 2 Bailey, 3 is Varnex, 4 is Killian. So Killian, and then slash R 1d4 is Bailey. So the first attack, the branch, which will have advantage because of
Nope.
reckless.
It'll equal
or
out
not?
because of disadvantage on the Thunder Gauntlets. Because he's attacking a target other than Yotev, who hit him last time. So it's a neutral. It says on his thing, a creature hit by the gauntlet has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you to start your next turn. As the armor magically emits a distracting pulse when the creature attacks someone else.
Good job for reading. Love that.
So it should net neutral.
Okay, Gambit, let's just settle down. I'm about to make a name for myself out here. It was such a good movie.
I haven't seen it yet. And I'm really sad that they replaced Gambit with Channing Tatum.
It's a childhood dream of mine, dude. How can you be sad?
I was gonna say, it's like pretty cool that they do it, honestly. Like, it's the same way I was super hyped for Tom Holland as our current Peter Parker because that was like one of his like.
Can you post that? Oh no, wait, here it is. Yeah, you should tell Ryan that's a thing because I don't think he's ever used that.
I think he did
What we get
at
for
one
playing
point.
around with
There-
that.
I do not recall.
There was one fight where it made a difference.
I believe
That
that's accurate.
misses.
And
We'll
it'll
do
be
the
Disadvantage on the on Lucas.
which is a miss.
And I will use Sentinel to react and attack the tree because it attacked Lucas.
Yep, go
Is it
for it.
okay? I got a question on Sentinel though. It
Mhm.
has to hit.
No,
Just has-
it just has to attack.
Yeah, the wording is
It makes an attack on something. It doesn't have to hit. It doesn't specify
when
that
when
it
let's see, when a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use reactions to make a melee weapon attack. So it doesn't say anything about hitting, just attacking.
Well,
Okay,
actually,
okay.
so hold on. Immediately after a creature within 5 feet of you takes a disengage action, or in the new Sentinel, hits a target other than you with an attack.
So we are playing the new one then.
If you, yeah,
Well,
Okay,
it
is it-
just depends
Well,
on
it depends
which
on-
one you took, right?
Yeah.
it does depend on which one you took. If
Well,
you
I haven't done
want-
anything on the new 2024. My character's full legacy.
Okay. If you want to switch, but that will get rid of the. Yeah,
Because he doesn't have it as a half feat right now.
right. You didn't take Sentinel, right? No, you didn't. You took Durable. Yeah, so
Yeah.
okay. Go for it. This is still old 2014 rules.
Okay, and then because of the Crusher feat, it's still an advantage.
Yes.
I wasn't trying to screw you out of that, Killian. I was just like, I just
no,
read
that's
it.
fine. I just read it off my sheet because that's one I had. 12 for 21 to hit.
21 absolutely hits.
It's a treat.
So
Could there be a
that's
tree?
6, 3, 15 plus 2 rage. So 17 plus 5 acid is 22.
22. Got it.
That's my reaction.
All right. That is its turn. Aiden, it's your turn.
And to attack the one next to me. It's a 19 to hit.
Hit.
For 13 damage.
Okay. Is that including the Hunter's Mark?
That is including the Hunter's Mark. Then I will attack it again. It's another 19 to hit. I'm gonna use
Hits.
Gathering Swarm on this one. $17 damage.
Okay.
And I will Nick property. Another. Uh, 10 points of damage.
All right. Got it. And then bonus action turn to movement.
Okay.
All right. That tree is dead. Varnex, it's your turn.
That tree's dead over there. This is the last one up.
There's 2 trees up, but the one that was next in the initiative order was killed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
Yeah.
you said that tree's dead on Aiden's one. Okay.
Oh no.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start some work on this one.
All right.
I got advantage, correct?
You do.
Plus around.
Okay, so 10 plus. I know 10 hits because it's 10 plus 1 plus 5.
16 will hit.
And
Its AC is 12 right now.
Yeah.
We are
its
going
AC is 12
to-
right now.
we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use another Searing Smite at second level, yeah.
Okay.
So regular damage. Get to re-roll that. So 4 plus 6, right?
Yep.
10. 10
10.
points there.
Plus
And the
2d6.
The 2d60s is that one 9 points of fire damage.
So that's 19 total.
Mm-hmm.
That's another tree felled.
Can't go that one. Too far.
I'm hasted, right? My movement speed's doubled
That's correct.
because I've got one more attack left.
You could walk over there and hit him.
You have 2 attacks left.
Oh yes, I do. That was only my one attack. Then I will. What's the distance on it?
60 from where you are.
I'll fly my happy ass over here,
All right.
and I'll put some work in on this one. There's no. Is there advantage on this one too, Michael?
No,
Didn't you put Hunter's Mark on it?
that doesn't do it. It's
Oh.
more damage.
Okay. That is a natural 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
We'll go ahead and light this bitch on fire too.
So Searing Smite is a bonus action.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was just a regular spell. My bad. My bad.
All good.
Oh, if I was catching the spell, then it wouldn't work. Right. All right. That's fine.
You can still Divine Smite if you would like, but because that's I'm not counting the new rule for that because I think that's dumb. But
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
We'll just hit it.
Okay.
We got 2 hits. We'll just hit
D10
it.
plus 6. D10 plus.
9 points,
All right.
and then I'll take my hasted attack.
For it.
Maths. Let's see. That is a 15.
15 just hits.
All right. 13 points of damage.
All right. Points of damage.
Does it still look like a tree?
It still looks like a tree. Hey, very tree-like. Lucas is going to swing the great sword around and plant it into the ground, and pull out the bow, and knock an arrow, pull back and fire. Let's do a.
I'll just yell over my shoulder. That's really hard on the blade.
17 will hit. For 16 points of damage. And with that,
A longbow can. We might want to kill this guy and get that longbow for our ranger that deals fire damage.
the
Yeah, the trees
Tree
are not affected by fire.
falls.
Huh?
They're affected.
The trees are not affected by fire.
Doesn't matter. I'm just saying that our ranger could use that longbow.
As he lets off the shot, the tree falls, and we will exit.
I want to search him.
Okay. Well, as
'Cause
we've
they eat
established a
shit,
couple of
so-
times,
Huh?
they are trees.
But they eat
And
shit.
bark?
They got mouths.
They do have mouths. They have bark. There's a dead raccoon in one of them.
I would like to
Um,
strip an entire tree of bark.
Okay.
Jesus
Go for it.
Christ.
What do I need to roll?
I'll take a.
Roll a survival check for me.
We'll take a short rest here. We'll take a short rest because I need to call my steed again.
Why?
Uh,
No, that's so long.
4
That is
hours.
a
Oh.
23.
Uh, 23.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't need to take a short rest.
You start carving away at the tree to get at the bark underneath, and you, as you're like clambering all over it and trying to pull this away, you hear Lucas call out to everyone else and say, "I don't know how that doll's alive. She's been watching us this whole time. Is going to aim an arrow towards you, and unless someone says something, he's gonna fire."
You're gonna quit right now.
Say anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold
I was
my
gonna
maul
say-
up to him.
We should just see what.
You hold the maul up, and he like looks at you confused, looks back at it, and goes, "That thing's alive. It's working with a hollower."
Genji, let him know.
I'm gonna keep on stripping bark. I would like to fashion a mask.
I'll be honest, I don't know what it's doing, but it's definitely one of hers.
Friends. Just leave him alone.
Looks at you confused, like, what the fuck does that mean?
Leave him alone, or this fight continues with your next step.
I wonder if
Sort
I
of
am one of the
Lowers the bow a bit and looks at you like bewildered. In this dude's mind, you guys are insane for like not being freaked out by this. He just goes, "You don't have concern with the fact that it's brought in." take the arrow and stick it back. Say, that thing stays away from me though, right? Reiki puts the bow up and draws the blade back.
Am I close enough to be able to talk to Kenji without actually saying anything?
Yeah.
You're wherever you
opened up
want to
for
be. If you
mental
want to
communication
lower
with him,
yourself
right?
down, you can.
Yeah, great.
Are
Okay,
you more
I'm
than
gonna
60
be like,
feet in the air?
not now, I'll lower, it's fine. I'll be like, whispery, even though I don't need to whisper, but because, you know, it's fun. I'll be like, you should just turn your head around, not on your body, and tell him that he needs to, like, leave you alone, and just see what happens.
I think that he might try and kill me, but I don't
Miss-
know.
It'll be fine. It'll be real funny.
But
Miss,
I don't know
Miss,
if...
let's not mess with people.
Nah, pranks are one thing. Murdering is totally different.
We may end up having to murder this dude if you continue with these actions, Missy. But I'm down for it. I'm good for it because he's got some awesome shit.
I do not understand what you're talking about. Let's turn Lady B evil, and then she does something that's slightly evil, and you give me shit about it.
No,
What do you
no,
want
I'm
from
good.
me?
I'm good. Do it. Do it.
Can't win here, Caleb. Help.
This is a losing battle for me too. I don't know what you want from me.
Right.
How much?
I cannot introduce an NPC without people wanting to murder them. And literally all this man has done is be like, oh shit, that's a doll, and I know there's a creepy lady in the woods that makes this shit. That must be hers. And then when it starts moving, his first thought is, oh fuck, that's some evil witch shit, and is now being threatened. So in his mind, he's being totally reasonable, and you guys are being insane because he doesn't know about Kenji. So
I'll explain to him.
Well, yes,
how-
we lied about Kenji anyway. So
yeah,
I'll explain what's
I mean,
happening.
it's just weird.
do I
to-
look honest and truthful and
You look like a paladin. So kind of, yeah, actually.
I was gonna say, yeah. I'll explain what Kenji is to the best of my ability to this poor man and be like, he's our friend. He's weird and creepy and a doll and all of the things.
and the
of how
reason
he are terrifying and you don't want to know. But
And
he's
the
not
reason-
got nothing to do with this creepy witch in the woods.
we want to go
he's
see
just
the
a-
Hollower is to see if she does have a part with him to figure out his past and where he comes from.
But to be
That
clear,
puts
you don't-
Nods a bit, like understands this, at least the thought process a little bit. Just goes, terrifying thing to not tell a man, but all right. Looks around, down at like the trees in the general vicinity. And goes, all right. Do we need to take a minute? Are you guys good?
Is he hurt? Did he get hit?
He got hit once, yeah.
I think we can just continue.
I'll do a lay hands on him.
Mm-hmm.
How many hit points does he need?
He's down 18.
I'll put him back to full.
You go over and you sort of place your hand on his shoulder, and as that the sort of bruising from one of the branches that smacked him across the chest, he can feel sort of like go away, and muscles stop being so tense and tight. He just goes, appreciate it, Sir Paladin.
I'll just nod.
If you're sending that to Dad, I'm gonna know also you're speaking as the biggest and I bet
No, he's saying that for Killian. Yeah, if he did cure wounds now does 2d8 instead of 1d8.
Gotcha. Just add another D8 to his health then.
I just, for the record,
Please do.
real funny that you're talking.
It's 4.
Didn't Yotev update though?
So
but that
because Artificer isn't in the new book, when they added them to D&D Beyond, they didn't tag Artificer, so they can't access it. I need to go in and
Are
make
you? That's dumb because the spell is
super
the
dumb.
spell.
Yeah.
Like that's
I-
dumb that it's not
Yeah.
pulling the
If
spell.
you haven't noticed, because it's not very relevant, if you're the new version, you also cannot take the alternate spells from Tasha's if they no longer are on your spell list.
Yeah, there's a couple of things.
Anyway, yeah, it's dumb and weird.
We're
but it's
also
fine.
doing this technically, Dad. We're playing very incorrectly. We shouldn't be able to pick and choose.
I understand, but I'm saying mechanically,
I know.
if they updated the spells, whoever has that as a part of their spell pool, regardless of if they updated the character, the spell updates.
Yeah.
Like, that's dumb.
Yeah, it's because they do it the opposite way, where the spells are tagged to the class as opposed to the class has spells.
Yeah,
Or
because
is tagged to spells.
the spells
I
aren't different though, regardless
Yeah.
of what class. Sorry, tangent,
All good.
weeds.
As you wrap up here, getting back on horses and begin to travel through, Bailey has his weapons resheathed and is doing his best to avoid wherever Kenji finds himself, because that's just strange and upsetting,
Well,
and begins to wander deeper into the forest itself.
I need my axe beak back.
Would you like to take an hour to do the axe peak?
Well, I cast it right there. I said I'm going to take a rest to get my steed back. I did say that.
It only takes one action.
It also is the new thing, so it does. Yeah, it's just an action. He doesn't have to do a whole thing.
I know, but I put it in the chat saying that I
New
can.
find familiar PHB 2024 casting time 1 hour or ritual.
Let's
He's doing
Find
Steed. Steed is different, isn't it?
Yeah. Find steed. Do.
It says it's one action, like literally underneath Dad's thing.
Yeah. Okay. Let me grab
One
the.
action,
I'll have to.
30 feet.
Yes, it does. Let me do a quick thing here for it. Go.
Art is Foundry pulling it wrong? I trust you. Just be so-
What's the thing called? The worldly.
Hey, so I got a dumb question because it's got this thing called Otherworldly Slam.
Yes. Okay. Either way, I will continue to. The Axebeak will return with an action. You bring that back, and it doesn't cost a spell slot. You get to do that once a day for free.
Yeah, for long rest. Yeah.
How does my mask work?
How the fuck does Space Step work?
How
We'll figure it out
did
later.
how did you take the time to craft a mask?
I was going to. If he was going to take an hour,
We're not taking an hour. It takes a minute.
then I will take a visual picture, put it in a portrait in my memory palace, my mind palace, if you will, to revisit it at another time. And I will store as much bark as I need to make a face mask that looks like the face of one of those trees.
Holy. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm still stunned. I didn't read all of the shit on the. So if I choose a Fae,
Well,
never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
So you continue through the. I'll have to do that. So that's fine. As you continue through the forest, the said some shit I wasn't supposed to. Lucas sort of guides you through cutting down sections of forest that have overgrown. You see that there are certain plants that even after he cuts it are already beginning to grow back. you can like visually see it. It'll take like an hour to fully get back, but after an hour's passed, the plants will have completely regrown to where they were before. So as you travel through, each time it requires this sort of pruning of the different sections of the pathway. Eventually, over the course of a couple of hours, you get closer and closer and closer to the hollowers above. Eventually, you get to a glade, a open section of the forest. Large rocks and stones encircle the exterior, and as he sort of steps up closer to it, you notice a small, humble-looking cottage, red thatched roof, large sort of double-doored window on the second floor, just above where a door lies facing towards you all. A small puff of smoke coming out of the chimney is the only indicator that there is life here. And all around the yard, you see those strange trinkets. Small hand-woven dolls are tossed in. Quickly sort of carved rings of wood have been thrown over here. Personal and precious objects like lockets with the faces of family members have been thrown in, and as you get closer, some of them seem a little bit more reverent, a little bit more expensive and intentionally given. You gather that as the present becomes more elaborate, people tend to believe that they are in less and less danger as they get close to the coming close to the front door. But as he stands there, he sort of watches and looks around the glade, double and triple checking that no one is here, before turning to you all and says, "All right, this is where she resides. Don't suppose any of y'all have a gift you wish to bestow towards her?"
I think this is Kenji's realm here. Like my thought was I would just lean over and set him on the ground and go, "All right, buddy, go find your destiny."
My understanding is that a gift is not a requirement, but tends to help make things go better.
But what kind of a gift?
Sort of gestures to the yard to show some of the examples. Honestly, it could be anything, but the more personal it is to you, the less upset she may be by. If you give her random junk, she'll know.
I knew that Yotev's tears would come in handy one day. Could you imagine? I will pull out my knapsack that looks like her size. I will open his head, kind of snap it back where the orb is, and I will root around in my bag of holding, and I will pull out my hat of Osnomnomnomnomnosis.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna bring it with me.
Okay.
Or my dread helm. Maybe
Sure.
both. I'll pull out the dread helm too.
Okay.
It's a social thing, apparently.
Sure.
And I will be like, "Are you all coming?"
Yeah, I'll dismount and follow him.
I don't think I have enough gifts for everybody, but I think these two. I learned a lot from the hat. And the helm just makes people not want to talk to me. So she might like that if she doesn't want people to come to talk to her.
Lucas will step into the clearing and just say, they are not, gifts are not required. It's only customary if it's something that you're here to ask her for something. You leave something behind. But even then, that sort of deal that you strike with her, it's different than the gift you give. But people say that it can assist in the persuasion aspect, making sure you get a good deal if you. Yes.
Oh. No, I'm not much concerned about that. There's not much that she could take from me. So, I mean, try and give her more this way. Alright, well. Will start walking up. Oh, I could make her. Oh, do you know what she. Oh, I know what she looks like, right?
You do.
Can I take 10 minutes, take a piece of the flesh of the veneer, or the wood, the bark that I got?
Huh?
Can I whittle it into a what do you call it? Like a statue of her. The one that looks timeless.
Okay. Do you have what is it, like woodcarver's tools?
I do.
Okay. Go ahead and make a check with that using your wisdom.
Wait.
So it'd be wisdom plus your proficiency.
Oh. Oh.
Since you're proficient in it, unless you had like expertise from something,
Oh, hell no.
you would double. Yeah.
No. I have 13 proficiency plus 3 and wisdom is plus 5. Right? So
21.
that's 21.
Okay. You'll have to have done it on the way over.
Yeah.
As it's gonna be timely or time consuming.
Yeah.
But as you're carving it, for a couple of hours of work, it's very well done. It has some like less intricate detailing in certain areas, like the hair. Curly hair is a pain to do. You got like the sort of outlining texture added to it, but that's about all you got in. But the face is very well done. The body is well crafted. You have enough detail in there where it is a well crafted gift, if anything.
Okay. And then, if I would lose aspects of it on the way here, her face is very distinctive, right? In the sense that it doesn't really have agelessness. Like that it just kind of like stands out. Could I lose a little bit of the quality to put more detail into the face to make sure that really shined? To try and capture.
Sure, yeah, you kind of focused on the face a little bit more. So maybe like the actual dress or gown isn't as well done, or it just looks a little bit less finished.
Yeah, it's like a little bit more plain for like more details to focus on. Okay, cool. So then I will take those 3 things, and I will go and knock on the door.
Okay.
I really think, Varnix, that it'd be like a lovely neighborhood to really kind of settle down here. Like, look at it, it's so quiet.
So Lucas will come up with you as well, as he has business here. Varnex is coming. what about the rest of you?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Do
no.
we all have to leave a gift, or are we okay not to?
If you are, no one has to leave a gift. If you are having a deal made with her, it is customary to do so to get a better deal on your end. And even then, it is not required. It is simply that she will probably be less willing to, like, negotiate when she tells you her terms.
Can I
Okay,
leave my?
What specifically can she do? Like, what kind of deals are we making?
Can we give her the gift, like, personally? Once we
Sure.
know what she does?
But plenty of people will, like, leave the gift outside because they are afraid to approach, and this is sort of an appeasement thing. Plenty of people, though, will go inside and hand her the gift, so you
Okay.
don't have to
Great.
necessarily do it.
Perfect. I will go inside.
So you all head inside, or
You
head
just
up
full
to the
break
door,
in?
rather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you all head up to the door, rather.
I don't want to
and
do a B&E. If I'm gonna, she'll kill
Lucas
me.
sort of stops short and looks down at you, Kenji, and looks up at the door, back down at you, and goes, seeing as you're potentially her craftsmanship, do you wish to do the honors, or should I?
Does it matter?
Does not.
I will
Simply
knock
do
on the
not
door.
want to steal away your moment from.
Oh, no. You're good. I will knock on the door.
There's a long moment before the door unlocks, creaks open, just ever so slowly. As it does, the interior has a warm glow from the fireplace on the far wall. The first thing that you notice is just the clutter, the stuff everywhere. You see tokens, idols, holy symbols, relics, blades, shields, anything anyone had that was of importance to them. Most of this is non-magical stuff. It is junk. It is like an old sword, but it was a sword that their great-grandfather used when he was a guard or an adventurer or whatever, and was handed over. Sentimental value is king here. And the moment that you sort of peek your head in,
Mm-hmm.
dolls across the ceiling. Little marionette string to dolls, others that are more ragdoll-esque, lining the shelf. They all stare directly at the entrance, watching you as you enter. Far end is empty. There's a large chair, well worn with quilts across it. Clearly the place that she normally resides sits at the Lucas sort of looms in over you, looking as well. Looks confused. You hear a creak from upstairs as footsteps make their way. As they do, they almost seem like they get lighter of sorts as they make their way down the steps. And a mid to late 30s to early 40s looking woman rounds the corner. Beautiful black robes, golden curly hair, bright blue eyes, 2 horns. Makes her way down. It sort of stops 3 or 4 steps up, looks down at you all and says, "Why, Mr. Lucas, it's good to have you back. You've brought Fred." Beth scans over you all, and her eyes land on you. Gives a bright, warm smile and says, "Oh my. And what's your name?"
My name is Kenji. Kenji Comrade.
"Welcome to my humble abode, comrade.
I like
Is that
Why don't
really
you-
his last name?
Yes.
Cool.
Why don't you come on in and warm yourself by the fire?" But she sort of looks at you cheekily. Kenji says, "But don't get too close."
Ah.
And she goes
I like all
over.
the friends you have.
She looks up at all of them and smiles. "Yes, they are my friends. Years of collecting. They've keep me company all these years. All the company I need, really. But even still, you're welcome." She gestures for you to come in. She goes and she sits down in this massive chair that just dwarfs her. It is a tall sitting chair, and there's some spaces for people to stand or sit in the main room, but it is very clearly not meant for more than 2 or 3 people to be sitting. So as she takes her seat, she just sort of looks over at all of you. "Well, this is more company than I personally expected here today. What brings you all by my little cottage?"
Let's point down to Kenji.
In my mind, can I reason that the reason that the chair looks so well worn is because the form that she has right now is not actually the form that would be normally sitting in that chair if somebody wasn't here to view her?
Maybe. It's possible
is it
for
worn
sure.
at the small area that she's sitting in now, or does it look worn and depressed in areas that just wouldn't normally be able to be touched?
I mean, the main bulk of it is in that section, but you can also see where the cracks in the leather sort of almost frame her in a webbing of cracks and breaks across it. Parts of it have sort of small bits have flaked off here and there from the leather to the upholstery underneath. It's possible that something larger has sat here before, but if it does not do so very often.
Okay. I mean, I heard. One second. Oh fuck! I'm just opening up things. I heard Lucas mention your name, and I was asking my friends about you, and Kren seemed to know who you were. And would you have made me?
Would I have made you?
Like one of the dolls up here. I didn't think that you would have, but I'm not sure now.
She looks up at Lucas and goes, "And Lucas, are you going around telling people about me? You know that that's not supposed to be."
Lucas is gonna fucking die.
Part of our arrangement, yeah? He says, I first saw the... Sort of looks down at you, Kenji. Stops himself from saying creature. The doll. I assumed it was one of yours. I mentioned the Hollower may have made it him. For learning that this he actually one of their friends, what they've known for a time. She just sort of folds her hands. Now, Kenji,
Yeah.
I'd love to say that you were one of mine, but as you can see, she sort of reaches up and grabs sort of the leg of one of the dolls and pulls it off and holds it in her lap. My dolls are well crafted and very important to me, but none of them are able to do what you can. None of them walk around on their own, nor do they speak in people's minds. They certainly aren't able to do what you've done in recent days. Looks down at you.
Wait, what did she just say?
They certainly can't do what you've done in these recent days. Looks down at you and goes, you've been up to a lot of very interesting things, haven't you? And she places the doll on her knee. She places it in a way that you can see. It's like looking out in front of you, towards you all. Let me quickly.
While we're moving, like when we moved into the space, did all of the dolls' heads follow?
You look, and there are some that sit there staring vacantly forward. There are others whose heads have lulled and sort of they do not move much, but there's some movement to keep you in their line of sight. With your passive perception, that is easily seen.
Do I get a sense? So, like, what do the eyes look like on these things? They look like porcelain eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And so it doesn't
They
look
look-
like there's any life behind them.
They definitely are porcelain eyes. They have very well. They're like a lot of the stuff around the room has sort of fallen into not disrepair, but obvious disuse. Like the sword in the corner that's some great grandfather's from when he, slayed a flump or whatever.
Yeah.
Has sat there and collected dust and has is mostly there for the purposes of being a treasured item that she has obtained and now holds as a trophy. The dolls are all void or lack any sign of collecting dust or aging. As you take a closer look, they have the painting on them are immaculate. You can almost see pores on their skin. You can see hair follicles across the where like the facial hair would be for the beard and the mustache. There's a glossiness to the eye that when you look at them, they almost look like the eyes aren't like painted glossy. It almost looks like they are
Like
watering.
Yeah.
And then you blink your eyes and it goes back to that just sort of, it's clearly paint.
Do you make all of these yourself?
I do. All of them handcrafted.
How long does it take to make one of them?
Oh, you'd be surprised. Years of practice makes things fast.
I mean, I didn't know if I had anything maybe to ask you, but Lucas said that you like presents, so I brought you these 3 things. If you could find use for them.
Leans forward and looks down at them.
Like Kenji's like, I'm not really deterred by anything in the house. I just walk up and I'm by her now to be able to do this, so she doesn't have to kind of move around.
She looks at the wooden figure and says, "That's very well done." Though, sort of gestures around the room. I don't know if you've noticed, there's not a lot of reflective surfaces in this room. I'm not the most vain of women. I appreciate that you took so much time, and I am curious how you made it look so much like me, despite the fact that we have never met.
Well, you know what they say with the face being the window to the soul, so I kind of wanted to make sure I got that right. And
That's the eyes.
Oh.
She sort of looks into your vacant one.
I'll hold her gaze while I'm talking. Well, we weren't friends at first, because he was trying to kill one of mine. But Kren,
Right.
he comes along with me all the time now.
She almost squints a bit and begins to sort of smile creeps across the corner of her mouth. She goes, "Friend, why he does follow you around, doesn't he? I see him in there.
Yeah,
He's practically... He's so close, you might even call him attached. How curious."
maybe only by a hand, but we have some good talks. So he will let me see the last time that he was here with you, and that's what I used to make this.
Looks down at it, looks back up at you. Well, it's quite nice. The doll back up, and as she puts it up, her hand moves away, very gently brushes the leg of a different doll next to it.
Yeah.
As it does, you take a moment and focus, and it is another orcish figure. It's a lot like Kren, but some of the details are just slightly off. Looks older.
Like who? Sorry. Oh, like Kren.
Yeah, looks older.
So she collects friends too.
Oh, we're gonna do such great things together.
She says. So, Kenji,
Yeah.
Lucas, and looks around at everyone else. Who are all of your friends you brought in with?
You want to introduce Kenji? Or you want us to introduce yourselves?
She's looking at you guys. You guys can do it.
I'm Varnex Terrasco.
Don't all clamor over yourself.
You what?
Aiden.
I don't know if Yotep would want to give his name after.
Right?
History.
Right?
I just
After the
realized
last
that
time?
after. Yeah, I realized that afterwards. But here we are. We're living our best life. I forgot to check if she was Faye or not.
Can I tell if she's Faye or not?
Do you have something to like you do that?
I am Faye myself. Can I? It's like if you're from Canada, can you not identify every Canadian that you come across?
I can't identify every Texan I come across.
Oh, well,
Sure you can.
that's a lie, dude. Yeah, that's the easiest one.
No, it is not.
It's not.
I
He's
think,
not wrong.
I think I lie. I think I say my name is Ayla.
Sort of looks at you interested because Ayla.
I love
Looked
how
over towards.
you don't roll a deception check because you'll fail it.
She looks
You
towards
didn't ask me to.
Yotev and Killian.
He's Mr. Cole.
Yeah, I think Yosef will just lie and say his name is Mr. Cole.
Jesus.
Mr. Cole.
Why would you pick someone like Notorious? You should just come with something random.
I mean, there could be other
That's
people
good.
last name
That's a
Cole.
good thing.
It could be Cole.
And what
I'm
was your
Jeff.
name?
I am Jeff.
Oh my god. Why?
My name's Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff, I love you so much.
We call him Jeff Afar because he spells it with 2 F's.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I'll ask him later. It's a whole,
Well.
it's a whole thing.
Sort of knits her fingers together. I assume, Mr. Bailey, that you have a separate calling than the rest of them. He'll not. Why don't you wait outside? I've got some business to attend to with our new friend. He'll sort of look at all of you a bit concerned, but will nod in agreement. Forward to meet after. Just says. So, what about your other friend, Young?
Who, sorry? You're kind
The
of.
ones in here, your other friend, the ones in here, and she puts her hand on the side of your head, like caressing your cheek a little bit. Looks directly into your eye.
They're all people who I guess didn't really understand to start out with. But, I mean, when they passed, they didn't really pass. I mean, if you make all of your dolls, maybe you could teach me to do it quicker so that they don't have to die. You know what I mean?
I'm sure that you and them have gotten, even though you've gotten off on the wrong foot, I'm sure that you and them have gotten to know one another much better now. Did you not want to introduce me to them as well?
I mean, you can. I don't know if you know them or not. I mean, I have a tiefling in here.
Dang.
Named Havoc.
You got an
She seemed
owl.
really, she seemed really horny about like getting names of them.
She just seems interested in whatever you can tell me.
Oh, okay. And then a female enforcer, Elra. And then there were these 2 drow people that were trying to attack us too. Nalfine and Quave. One of them was a wizard or a sorcerer, and the other one was a fighter, I think. But we've talked from time to time, and I've learned to put them into dolls. But then they try and run away, so I need to maybe find a doll that doesn't have legs.
I suppose a doll without legs would work, or perhaps you just simply need to attach some string.
I hadn't thought of that before. I mean, I usually put them into my my friend here, and I have Precise, just like the stuffed doll of him.
Oh,
I
how
was like,
nice.
yeah, he
May
When
I
things-
see him?
I mean, as long as you promise to not hurt him, it
Of
means a lot to me.
Trust me, I understand. She gestures to her own.
How close am I to her?
As close as you wanted to get to show
Like
those.
within 5
objects.
feet? That is what
Yeah.
it would take. Okay, then I'm within 5 feet, and I will let her hold it all. If she
She-
moves to get up, I am within 5 feet of her at all times.
Yeah. She holds him and looks into his eyes. What a wonderful friend you've made. You said his name was what now?
Her size. He's been with me for as long as I can remember.
Sort of caresses, like rubs her thumb on Persai's cheek as well, being very cautious to go to like with the feathers to not
Yeah.
ruffle. Just... How simply astounding. She has to almost peel her eyes away, or looking back at you and handing Persai back.
I'll
So-
I'll give Persai a hug when he comes back.
Perhaps I may not have had the pleasure of crafting you myself. Was there something else that I could do for all of you? Some goal I could illuminate? Item to be crafted? A protection or charm?
Flying broom, Caleb.
Oh my
That could certainly be arranged.
god.
Honestly, can I trade my original tarot deck, like the one, my very first tarot deck that has sentimental meaning, and I still have for flying broom?
For a deck of many things.
I don't want a deck of many things. That sounds dumb. Not
that
with
all
this
we-
fucking group.
All you wish is a broom to let you fly?
Flying broom, yeah.
Says the fairy with fucking wings. What is
It
happening?
already
I
fell.
don't- I
flying.
do not have wings currently. She does not know I can fly.
Oh,
She holds her hand out.
Yeah, I'll get rid of my original tarot deck. Like my very first super sentimental, the one I learned how to read with.
She holds it. She sort of flicks out cards and goes through them, and you watch as she like rubs her finger, like slowly traces her fingernail along where like there's wear and tear on the edges, where just constant shuffling and use over time has caused these cards to slightly erode. And as she looks at them, there is a borderline hunger for this sort of thing that just comes across her face, as she just can physically see the years of use and love poured into this deck, and she goes, "This would be a marvelous addition to my little collection I've gathered here. A broom on which you may fly, correct?"
A broom of flying specifically. I would like to be specific in that it is the magical version, not just
Oh,
broom, Caleb.
don't you worry. She puts the deck on the shelf. She like lays it on the lap of a tiefling. Purple skin, curled ram-like horns. That's been sort of shoved off in a corner. Lays it across the lap of that little doll. Looks up at it and smile. Back towards you. That's one broom. Flying, I understand, my dear.
Yep.
What about the rest of you?
I will
Broom
pull out-
flying.
Barnex will take out of his belt pouch
Mm-hmm.
his first amulet,
Okay.
because now he's got the other one.
Mhm.
This was the first amulet of my goddess. He'll hold it by the chain.
She'll recognize that you're not wanting to like let go of it necessarily, and she'll like grab it and pick it up just so that it's not free dangling, and look at it. And
I'll drop the chain. It's since been replaced by one that's been consecrated more. Means more. But this was my first. It has been with me since I devoted.
And with what may I assist you?
I have a ambition that I wish to be the best for my goddess. And I'll pull out my other one so that you can see who I'm talking about. And she has set me on a task, and I have completed one leg of that task very recently. Anything that can help me achieve that goal would be appreciative.
Anything.
I can be more specific as far as what I have to do, if that would help you decide.
What is it that you believe that you lack?
I would say, because I know what I'm going to face, is protection from the other heads of my goddess. In this last confrontation, the Whitehead was not, shall we say, pleased with me, even though they all five agreed on the terms of the challenge. Something to protect me from that.
Something to protect. Well, suppose there's ways that we could arrange that. Are we interested in bodily protection? Mental protection?
Well,
Not to melt under flame or go into shock?
here's what happened, and I'll explain how the temple fought back.
Mhm.
And how when I went to consecrate it threw me back, and like I don't want that to happen again, to be weakened in any way, right? So whether that's a psychic protection or actual physical protection, because I will have to fight another of me again. 4 more times, actually. No, 3 more times. I had to do math.
Sort of looks interesting. I can provide protection from certain magics. That is what you're asking for. I don't know that I would be strong enough to go up toe to toe against one of you, against your goddess. Especially not all 5, only one head. Suppose if it's only the one, I'll have a snowball's chance as opposed to a snowflake.
I'll just nod my head in understanding. If it would be easier to have martial protection, I'm fine with that too. Anything to help me achieve my goal.
I can't answer that.
Sure you can.
I don't think I can.
You can ask for anything.
You're not gonna give me a ring of shooting stars, Caleb.
Sure, I will.
You'll give me
What
a ring
will-
of shooting stars
Yeah. What will you give me for it?
instead of asking for the broom. I was going through my list of items to make sure.
She leans forward and just traces on like the very front of your breastplate, traces a circle around on it and taps it once. And as it does, there is a sort of growing, blossoming shape that takes form. And that same symbol, what did your old holy symbol look like?
The old one? Shipper, man, I don't know. I'm gonna say that it was my Varnex T that I've been putting on all of the altars.
That same symbol blooms and embosses itself into your chest of your breastplate. And if you could, go ahead and add a guardian emblem to your D&D Beyond.
All right.
And I will import that. She, with that same hand, takes the chain and drapes it over on a like one of the points of an antler, and you can see that there are holy symbols all across this from various deities that she is collecting.
What did you call that? A guardian what?
Emblem.
Guardian emblem, yeah.
She looks to the rest of you, goes, any boons or gifts or terrible curses to place on an enemy?
Okay,
That's
so
nice.
she's just a witch that lives in the woods.
We could ask for anything.
Anything. So what are you willing to give me for it?
So, if I asked you for a belt of giant strength, and I would give you
Cloud or storm?
I believe it was Storm Giant. Yeah, why would you want to go 27 when you can go 29, dude?
What is
An
that?
excellent question.
Yeah. It makes my strength 29.
There's no way we can ask for like a legendary thing. Can
Yeah.
we?
Yeah. What are you gonna give for it? See,
Is
like,
there-
I know what the and I know I'm not Caleb, but if I were DMing for that item, I know exactly what I would ask Kenji for payment.
I know exactly what she'll want. It's just up to Kenji as to whether.
Right, and I'm
come up
betting
with something better.
I'm betting you and I are on the same page of what you're asking. Here, I'll DM you.
Mm-hmm.
I have internet back.
Yeah, I don't have to
She-
DM for you.
Yeah, I don't think that she. I think I know too. That's not gonna work.
Okay. Kayla, I'm gonna send you a DM. Because I don't wanna hold on. Let me see.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I don't know if Kenji. I think Kenji goes over, like, thinking over about, like, giving up her size. But then immediately dismisses it. Because that's something that he can never do. There are things... Did she take the other two, by the way? Did she like those?
Mhm.
Okay. I was just gonna take them out of my thing. I don't know if there are things that I could give you that could get me the things that I want, unfortunately. I know that you like sentimental things.
Wait, is that
But-
what I want?
I don't know if I could ever part with Versailles. At least not yet. We spent a lot of time together when we were in the other place. He kept me company when it was dark. So I don't think that we could leave each other. We have so much to do to help this world. Did
She looks at you sadly. Go ahead.
Oh, do you remember the question that you had asked me so long ago?
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to accomplish the major one on that, can I do it? Can I do something without Persize being on the table? Do I get a sense that she would do something like that to not really for myself, but
That could be arranged. What are you willing to give? She'll cut in as well and say, I understand this deep connection that you have to her. Something has marred your mind. It's made it so that you have grown a dependency on dear Versailles. Perhaps as a free gift to you, I could sever that need as well.
I think he is. That can't be true. He's.
Are you still within 5 feet of her?
Yeah.
She reaches down and puts her hand back on your cheek. Says, there, sugar. And the moment that she does, the feeling, that dependency, vanishes. And you no longer, have that compulsion.
Is anything? I will quickly look back into my mind and reach out, and try and look for. I will try and talk to the person who brought me back, and immediately tell them that it wasn't me that did that.
Yeah. You go and you send that back, and you still feel that connection. You still feel.
Nothing happened with that.
No, that's not severed. It's just that this, for lack of wanting to verbally say what it is,
Yeah. But
it has that incessant need is gone.
right, but I don't so Kenji for the first time is kind of frantic because Kenji was I want to accomplish these things and I want to do it and I want to prove myself, and now for the first time something that was done to me to make me better has been taken away without me asking for it from them, and I'm worried they're not going to be happy.
Make an insight check.
And I will visibly appear panicked when that happens. Okay, 19 plus 27.
27.
Yeah.
In
all the while hugging Persai's just a little bit closer, even though he wouldn't have had the need to do it.
In a lot of ways, the thing that you are connected to cares deeply about its control over things, but in the same way, it has the tendency to do something and not think about further consequence. It does it because it feels right.
In the moment.
Correct to do. Exactly. And as this compulsion goes away, you feel a sort of lack of concern.
Okay.
Almost like this is something that it has done because it felt something must be paid, and if and when it is removed because it served its purpose. Not that there's some secret requirement you must do, because that is too simple. That is too structured.
So it didn't even care that it didn't have to be itself that did it. All right, well, then
The moment you come to this realization, her hand pulls away, that compulsion comes back, but you now know that it is not something that you need. It is something that you are burdened with.
Keela, did you see my DM?
I saw it.
Are you thinking about it?
Think about a lot of things.
Okay, that's fine. I put it there for very obvious reasons.
So,
Because I'm not doing that if the answer's not yes in character for the reasons. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's bold of you to assume that you get to know before you ask.
yep.
I guess that's true.
So what? You're just gonna, for free, remove this attachment, or I have to give you something first?
Well, if you don't need the attachment, then that frees up your friend here. Gestures to Prasad. Be handed over, does it?
So you only take this off of me if it gets you Persai.
I am offering to remove this from you if it would mean that I get to collect what you were, until now, considering at the very least offering. We'll say, if that's all you want, then I can do that as well, but that is thinking small.
I mean, there is one, and it's not, right now I want to keep Persai, but there is something else that I hope that you won't want Persai for, and I will whisper, I will go up to her and whisper in her ear. Actually, I can just mentally relay to her what it is.
I need you to send me a DM and tell me exactly what it is you're asking. If I remember correctly, there were 3 questions.
That one.
She gives a deep grin. Said, that would take some tremendous doing. For something that big, I would need your friend.
If you can accomplish that, could I get something out of it too? To help me on my journey currently? Or is it just for that?
Would you like that potion to be quieted as well?
What?
Would you like that compulsion quieted as well?
I mean, I assume you're going to have to do it if you're going to take Versailles from me.
Of course. That's now two things that you're asking.
The first one you offered to me for free, just so you could get it. It's not technically
It's
an
still-
offer.
Kenji dear, do understand the gravity of what you are asking me to do.
Fuck. I think that, and that's all that they would want.
I'll do what you ask. I'll free you from your compulsion for your friend.
Do I get the sense that she's taking just the doll, or she's taking Versailles in some way? Or is
Roll
she
an
taking
insight check.
The sentiment of that was pretty high.
My assumption that it is all of Versailles, including his soul,
It
if
was
possible.
a 15 plus 8 for 23.
23, you imagine that she would not do something like this for just a doll.
Yeah.
What you're asking for is pretty big.
I know. Do I still get to keep the memory of him?
She sits back a bit. Goes. Would you be happy knowing that you had lost someone and willingly given them up? If you were to be able to remember that you gave them up for this?
I don't think there's many times in my life that I've really been happy. So having to remember somebody that I've lost would be important to me. Even if they were to stay with you.
Who looks around? You know, in fairness, many of these items, the reason I care about them is the memory. In your friend's cards, there is the memory of all the time spent to learn how to read them. In your friend's holy symbol, there is the memory of all the time that was spent praying, worshiping, following God. But if you wish to keep some memory, suppose that could be allowed. But I am... Oh, do.
So, with those things, though, do they forget anything?
She looks
I mean,
over
I
towards
forget-
you. She looks over towards you, Cassandra, and says, "Do you remember how you learned to read tarot?"
Yeah, I think I would remember that. With the sisters and stuff when I was really little.
And Mr. Terrascale, you remember all those hours that you spent following and worshiping your goddess?
I still do, ma'am.
She looks back at you, Kenji.
So I don't understand what's different about mine then. To be able to remember my friend, that you would have to make an exception of that. Like, if I hand this over, do I immediately lose that person that was in my life?
You'll lose them physically, for sure.
Right.
The magnitude is what I'm personally concerned with. For your friends, their asks were fairly simple. As a result, I simply share those memories with them. For you, be able to share a select few. But I'd need to own the majority. If it adds any consolation, you can always return here in the future. While you wouldn't own the memories, they'll be right up here. She gestures to a shelf where there's an empty slot. Ready for you to come and visit anytime. The memories would be mine, but you're free to hold them, like you let me hold your friend. Reminisce.
Can we make a decision next session? Or do you want to break it?
Well, I was gonna say it's.
mean-
I've got to get to bed.
Yeah, I'm looking for one now, but if you really want to wait, we can wait.
Can that go for my DM as well? Of just picking
Mhm.
that up as if the first part never happened. Is that
Mhm.
okay? Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes? She holds out a hand. You to shake.
Kenji will crying shake her hand.
With one pump, raises to shake them. And we'll cup her side and gently take him from you. Now, Fragan, I have 2 questions for you,
Yeah.
and this is incredibly important.
Okay.
Firstly, Persai.
Does
Wasn't.
not have the orb.
Where's the orc?
The orb's in the backpack. that looks like Persei as well. This is not.
They are two separate entities. You have Persei and Persei the backman.
Yes.
Okay.
That I feel like had been made super clear, to be fair.
He did not. However, she holds Persei. She looks at him softly and drops him on the ground. He crumples to the ground. She holds out her hand, waves her fingers. The orb is ripped from your back. She grabs onto the sparkler.
That's not part
Thank
of
you.
our deal.
I thank you very much for your friend.
That's not what I gave you.
What I asked for?
That's not what you
I simply
said.
wanted your friend. She places it on the shelf. And the moment that it does, there is a strange tearing sound as it's placed up on the shelf. As she pushes, it rolls and vanishes into shadow.
God damn it, Caleb.
We'll pick up there next week.